No, you're good.
I just
So you have been up. You are climbing up through the Duckus Mountains, trying to get to the Amber Temple. You have stopped by the ruins of Bargao, and found the tribe that's stuck in a sort of out of time, um, uh, the Orsini, who built Argynvost. They're the master craftsmen, stonemasons who built Argynvost, and their female warriors were the shield maidens of the Silver Order. Um, they also built the Amber Temple to house some of the dark powers that exist within the world, and to lock them away. Um, you killed off a couple of undead bears that had been trapping the access to the hunting grounds behind, within their land, but behind the land that had been forcing them to go out south. When they're outside of the boundaries of their land, they start to age rapidly. You restored the temple of the three fanes, with the two fanes that have been restored. So the water and the forest have grown up, and the mountain part of that temple is missing, but it is 2/3 complete. You have had a conversation with the elder of the tribe who told you about a druid called Kazan, who had been a dedicated follower of the Fanes, and you believe that he went to the Amber Temple many centuries ago, and has not been seen since. And you've got some furs, and you've had a long rest, you've eaten, and you have left the ruined sort of city of Bargao to head up into the mountains, to make your way to the Amber Temple. So as you walk out, you're now high, so you're now at altitude. So you are high enough that for every hour's travel, it takes the equivalent of 2 hours worth of energy. So it's also difficult terrain, if that's relevant to anybody who hasn't got difficult terrain, because it is icy and it is slippery. Perception checks are at disadvantage due to the blizzard-like conditions, and strength saves and checks are at disadvantage because of altitude. There are altitude rules. Who knew?
not me. Yeah.
There are altitude rules. Never play altitude rules. Anyway, there's altitude rules. The wind is gusting, and there's a path working its way through the mountains. To the side of the path falls cliffs, and you know, if you look down, there's cliffs going down 400-500 feet onto the rocks below.
Imagine the poor bastards having to build it, lugging rocks up there.
What's that?
Like, imagine the poor bastards having to build it, lugging stuff up the hill and all that.
Do you think they lug the stuff up the hill, or do you think they use the rocks that are up there? Just as a
Carved it out the mountain.
just as a question. I don't know.
With me, your understanding of stonemasonry is really,
So your understanding, or Ethidwe's understanding of stonemasonry? Yeah. Bit of column A, bit of column B. Okay, where do you fancy going?
Do we know which direction the Amber Temple is?
Yeah, they've basically said you follow there is one path through the mountains. Largely, they carved it. They have warned you about, unsurprisingly, about a creature that lives up in these mountains, which is meant to be a huge goat of some variety, sort of winter mountain goat. Nobody's ever managed to catch it. Known to be pretty violent and aggressive. So that they've warned you about that. You're heading out.
Spell voice in the air.
I think
This will be the
if
death of the hobbits.
it's horrible weather conditions and we think there's a crazed animal, Quinny might head to the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
So Quinny at the front.
And just following the path. I might. You say there's treacherous winds.
Yeah, so there's high wind. It's pretty bitter up here. It's colder the further into the mountains you go. It's how high is the snow?
Yeah.
And the path is actually relatively clear. Off the path, it's drifting.
Right.
So you can see the path. The path's icy rather than snowbound. But there's deep snowfall. It would be great for skiing. There's deep.
Oh, I've got my little skis.
There's deep powder on all of the sides of these mountains, and there's deep drops. So there's path, cliff, path, cut through the mountains, cliff.
Okay.
So it's icy, slippery, high winds, high altitude, pretty,
Quinny will
grim,
take their
really.
bell branch staff and use produce flame at the top of it to get a bit of a fire going and have that at the front as a little marker for everyone to see through the snowy conditions.
Okay. You work your way through without too much difficulty at this point along this sort of icy path, and you come to you come to what appears to be a bridge. And this is a bridge. There's you can't see. There's these two very tall guard towers at either end of the bridge. So there's two on this side of the bridge and two on the far side of the bridge, over this way. And looking down, it's at a conservative estimate of 5, 6, 7, maybe 100-foot drop to the river Luna below. So you can just see the river right down at the bottom. So you're very high.
Are there any statues? Any like gargoyles?
Yeah. There's. Sorry, let me just find it. Yeah. So there's two. Sorry, I've just lost what I was. Lost my. You know when you just like completely lose where you are.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's Taunt. Sorry.
That's all right.
No, it's all right. I'm just no. You're right. I'm just searching. I just can't find what I'm looking for. That's Taunt. There it is. So there's two towers. On this end, you've got these two sort of guard towers. It would appear, and they are locked. You can't see any. You can't see a gargoyle or a statue. Certainly at this end, you can't really see the opposite end.
Is the bridge got like walls along, like to say you're going to fall off the edge if you just slip?
You can roll perception with disadvantage.
I will start heading across the bridge.
Okay.
I'll remove my little skis
Oh,
and put on my wheels.
I'm kind of tapping with my staff to see if it's steady ahead of just ahead of me.
Okay.
Is there any like windows or anything in the guard
In the guard towers. No, you can't really. They're just big stone buildings. You can see a door at the bottom. You can see a path going down on the left, which you would you can roll survival to see if you can work out where that would go.
That's a 12 on perception, by the way.
Okay, the bridge looks fine.
Very sturdy bridge. Can I try and jiggle the door handle to
Yep.
tell if it's locked
I'll
or
get
like
on
frozen?
the bridge.
You can, like,
Yeah, the door's not locked.
It's not locked?
Nope.
I open the door.
And you open the
I'll open the right hand.
Yeah, you open the right hand. It's dry inside. There's obviously some kind of roof at the top of this. It's really you can't see anything of any interest in there. There's broken barrels. There's some crates. You think that this would mainly be somewhere that if you were guarding this bridge, you would take shelter from the weather rather than that people would live here or barrack here.
Like we could make a nice fire in here.
Yeah, you could stay in there and not be quite as wind-chilled and cold.
I'd like to check the other one if I could before we.
Yeah, again, not locked and very much the same. Nothing else of interest.
24 for survival too.
You think that path would take you probably down to Berez. It's sort of mountain path. You could probably get back down to Berez that way without going all the way back through Bargal.
Quinn will start heading across the bridge, kind of tapping with the staff ahead of me, just so it's not about to fall out underneath it.
Okay. You can roll perception. You can roll neutral perception with using the branch to mitigate the blizzard.
Have I still got Bonesy with me?
You've got all sorts of people with you.
Okay, cool.
You've got Busty. You've got
Bonesy on my back.
you've got Yan the head in a box. You've got Bonesy.
Cool. I
You've
just wanted
got-
to check Bonesy. was
Yeah,
still with
Bonesy's
us.
around. Yeah.
27.
At 27, you identify that there are some areas of this bridge that look really dodgy, but you can that they look like they may just crumble away if you stand on them. You can identify those at-risk areas with that roll.
Does it look like we could get across, or does it look like it's...
Yeah, it looks like you're going. That there's stones in this bridge that just look like they're crumbling through. If you stood on them, you think you'd probably go through the bridge.
Cool.
And there's bits of the edge of the bridge that just look like they crumble away.
I'll
The
call-
wind up here is really quite intense.
I'll call back, trying to go over the wind. It's old and unstable, but there seems to be a safe path. Just follow where I tread.
I will just sort of mind shout into the wind. Shall we tie ropes to each other? No, because then if one falls down, we all go down.
Unlike you, I can fly. No ropes for me.
So is anybody following Quinn?
Yeah.
Carlene will take rear.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll follow.
What are you two?
you're following. Okay. Who's
Two
after Antoinette?
2 minutes. We all-
Emma, can
What's
I
your
hold
marching
an
order on
action
this
as I'm
bridge?
doing?
Yes, of course.
Can I hold a wild shape?
What wild shape do you wish to hold?
Do I think I could fly as a giant eagle in this weather, or would I just be swept into a cliff?
As a giant eagle, you think you could probably fly. You
I'll-
don't think you'd be able to carry in this
Okay.
weather.
What about
That definitely won't be
Could
able to
I
carry.
ready?
You
big-
don't think the wind up here
Yeah.
is, strength saves to stay on the bridge if you carry on across this
Could I
bridge.
ready Big B's hand as an action to if something happens to like hold me?
Yep.
Fair enough.
Who's following Antoinette? Harlene's at the back.
No, that's...
Malachi, Zephyr.
Yeah, I'll be
Okay. You're going up. Okay. So something
Oh, I'm going to drop enhance ability on who's got the lowest strength. Mine's +3.
Mine's
Minus
-1.
Cool. That's 2. That's
mine's 1.
Do you think you're gonna have to jump or
1,
something?
2, 3.
Is this saves?
I can do a 4th.
No, you should
Either
know
either
strength.
saves or strength. Probably. Plus 0.
Oh,
Cool.
no, you
1,
go.
2, 3, 4. I'm casting. Oh, I don't have the names in the new rules. That's
No.
terrible. I don't have the names in the new one. Anyway, I'm casting enhance ability strength. 4.
strength.
And
So that's
connect.
bear, isn't it?
They don't have it in the new rules. It just says choose an ability, get invited.
That's dumb.
I know.
Where's Eagle Splendor?
I
and Cat's
know.
Right now?
That's grace.
No, no.
Bear. I think it was
There's
bear.
Bear's
advantage
endurance,
on
I think it
strength
is? Oh, maybe,
checks
no.
and
I think that might be
saving throw ability checks. Yeah,
So that
saving
negates your disadvantage because you're at disadvantage for those things in the wind
Yeah.
and the altitude. Just so that gives you normal.
When he says walk with the surety of stone.
Oh, that's cool.
Would it be considered dim light at the moment? Or?
No, it's not dim light.
You may not fly.
So Quinny starts to move and you've identified that this half of the bridge here is just crumbling to dust. So this would be single file across.
Can I
Yes.
listen to the wind for a bit?
Yeah.
See if it's like really gusty or if it's like a constant.
I love Twilight.
It's pretty constant. I mean, it's echoing around this sort of canyon, but no, it's pretty constant.
So we don't expect there to be like a giant gust of wind.
No, it's just you're fighting against the wind. You're fighting against the wind to stay on the bridge. So, Quinny's picking a path.
I've got the hammer and I'm kind
So, everybody who is on the bridge,
of...
which is now everybody, needs to roll a strength saving throw. So that's
Yeah,
either
I'm
at disadvantage or not at disadvantage, depending on whether
I'm
you've been.
about to roll really quickly because I rolled 2 19s in a row. So.
No, you just don't get this.
18!
11.
14.
27.
21.
So what's that? So 14,
Yeah.
11.
15, 11.
27.
I got a 5th level
21.
spell slot on you.
21,
It's still
27.
open.
So the 3,
11.
11, 14, 15
Yeah.
go off the edge of a bridge.
Ah, fuck.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Roll.
Can I make a hang on.
Roll
Can I make an uncanny dodge?
I was holding Bigby's hand.
Yeah, you know, just
Roll an athletics check or a dexterity save, your choice, to see whether or not you can catch the bridge.
Dex saves aren't at disadvantage.
Grab a ledge.
a dex save, was it?
I got an 18
Okay.
Did you say a dex save?
or athletics.
Are we doing that at disadvantage?
No.
I'm doing lucky.
28.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So 28's fine.
27.
27, 20
18.
some 18. So you're
17.
okay. You are holding. So you're all hanging underneath this bridge by your fingernails. Well, Antoinette, as a tiny little doll person, sort of
Are we hanging on
stands
each other's ankles
on the
or
top.
something, or-
Can
Roll.
I conjure my Bigby's hand now? Since I had that ready.
Yes, you can
Okay,
use
so
your bit.
completely
Yep,
structurally
you can.
sound.
I would like to grab Malachi.
Yeah, the bridge is sound.
Just big hand, just grabs you and just starts lifting you up.
Ah, the god of light provides safety for all.
All right.
Is it a
Blinsky's
So,
hand.
What
so
sort of hand is it?
Harley,
It's like a puppeteer's
pick
hand.
any
It's got
item
strings
out
hanging
of
from
your
it, so it's
inventory.
big
Is it like the magic hand?
Choose an item.
You can only hold it.
Oh no,
It's
Bigby's
interesting.
hand. It's
Oh,
big.
it's separate.
It can hold like
I'll
God knows
lose
how
one of my
much.
hand axes.
It falls.
It's
You
not-
hear it echoing as it falls away.
Can I
Um,
pop Malachi back on the bridge next to me?
Yep, you can. Hold on. So, yep, before that goes off. So, Etherdwe take 11 full damage. Rolled an 11.
Oh, every falls?
Catches,
Oh,
But-
right.
injures himself in doing so.
Okay.
Harleen's lost a hand axe.
Oh no.
How far across the bridge do we look? About halfway?
I didn't lose.
Yeah, give or take. Malachi, you felt 2 damage. The power of the Lord. And Quinny, you sprained your wrist, so you've caught, but
Oh.
really sore. So disadvantage on dex checks and saves until next short or long rest.
That's rough.
Alright.
So you're all back up. You help it. So Malachi's back on the bridge.
Freak.
Okay.
Can I go grab someone else now? Because I can move at every action.
Yeah, I'll just like put out my. Like,
Huh?
Oh no. We need to get moving.
You can, but Etherdwe needs to roll an athletics check.
Oh no.
At disadvantage,
Gorgeous. Athletics is a strength skill, so
it is a
that
strength
would be
skill,
even.
so it'd be even.
Not of disadvantage. Do I need a con save at all? Concentration, constitution thing? Or I suppose I didn't take damage.
Did you say it's a saving throw?
No, athletics.
Athletics.
That's the thing.
I might need a lot.
Another one.
Even worse.
Can I give Etherdwe my inspiration point? Oh shit.
Give them.
No. What's your
you're
roll?
taking the Hobbit to Isengard.
Mm. This
Take another one.
rock swoops underneath this bridge and
I thought-
grapples Etherdwe and just carries him.
I wanna drop off and use my held action and fly after this.
Okay.
Can I
Way
jump onto the
back
back of
out,
it?
child.
Can I jump onto the back of it if it flies under the bridge, or is it flying over top?
Can I try and grab it with my
That's
big
so
B's
fun.
hand?
Oh, you can
Can I
try.
say,
Yeah?
Please, Roxanne.
You said the birds got
I know. I thought it was rock.
birds got me in the talons.
So your big B's hand. So this is all going off at the same time. So your big B's hand
I'm gonna try and grab it.
can either rescue Malachi, because this happened at the same time.
Right.
You've gone off the bridge, you've dropped a hand axe, you've sprained your wrist, you've taken a bit of damage, this rock comes over. So your big B's hand can either go after the rock or
I'll
it can
save
save
Malachi.
Malachi.
I'll save Malachi.
That's just so we're clear
Yeah,
about
yeah, sure.
Because it went
your
under the-
options
Sorry, I
here.
wasn't
No,
sure.
you're fine.
So Emma, the birds
Mm.
got me in its talons.
Yeah, you're grappled and currently being flown off.
Please let me cross the bridge. My big brother's coming.
The rock moves away.
Quick question: did it go under the bridge or
Well, Etherdwe was hanging under the bridge, so
it
it's
went under?
yeah.
Can I jump onto the rock as it flies under?
You can try.
Can I
Oh,
follow
okay.
it as
That's an athletics check at disadvantage.
Nope, because athletics is strength.
Yep, at neutral. To hit a moving rock in a high wind.
You're gonna die.
Hey, this is actually okay. Athletics is my 19.
You grab the very back of this rock. You're holding on to the tail feathers of this rock.
Too young to die.
Can I go after it in wild shape?
You can go after it in wild shape. What's everybody else doing?
I'm using my big B's hand at the moment.
So you're wild shaping into an eagle?
Yeah. I'll use
Okay.
that held thing.
Just so we're clear.
Pretty will just let go and then eagle and fly off.
Okay,
Useless hobbit.
fine.
So, before I do that, actually,
Yeah.
can I guesstimate? Is this thing traveling at miles faster than I can move as an eagle, or does it look? I can do 80 feet as an eagle.
No. This thing looks this thing looks like you could overtake it as an eagle,
Ah,
depending on how well you do in the weather.
Yeah.
This thing looks big and slow and able to deal with the wind, so it can maneuver in these really high winds. But because it's huge, It doesn't look super fast and mobile like an eagle.
Excellent. Can.
So yes, you can follow it as an eagle. Let's turn Quinny into an eagle. Oh my god. Eagle. Eagle, eagle, eagle.
Anyone got hold monster?
Oh, giant eagle, yeah. Let's put...
Do you have hold monster?
I have dominate beast.
That could be handy. But I think dominant beast is beast solar.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is. And
Mhm.
it's not a beast.
So this thing, this rock is pulling away, up into the mountains. It doesn't appear to be sort of running. It appears to be, very deliberately heading off. Giant eagle, Quinny. Yeah.
How far does it get in a turn?
40, 50 feet.
Could I then move my big beast hand 60 feet to grab it? Since big Malachi's already on the bridge.
You can try. Yep,
Because I can grab mechanically huge creatures with my big beast hand.
you can. Yep.
It's a 5th level spell, yeah. What's my 2 hit?
So you're going to try and grapple.
Yep.
Right
So
now,
it needs to make a dexterity saving throw. DC of 17.
Okay.
God, look at how small the giant eagle is compared to it.
It's so big.
Yeah. So this would be mechanically gargantuan.
Yeah, I'm trying to just grab its claw.
Okay.
Oh, it's gargantuan.
Yes.
Oh,
So
never mind.
I'm unclear how big the hand is in relation to this creature.
It can pull a feather.
So you're just like, go back.
Please don't go.
So do you want to send it?
Yeah, I'm still going to try and grab it. At least try and pull its feathers and aggravate it.
Yep.
Just
Oh.
like traveling to.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
doesn't drop
The eagle
ethically.
in the talons is not a smart idea. 'Cause that could just-
It hopefully doesn't drop
It's just
ethically.
shaking.
Oh, I'm
I'd
trying to-
like to, if I can, try to get underneath it. I know I can't grapple ethically,
Yep.
but more so that I can try to break the fall if ethically's dropped.
Okay. So you can do that.
Yeah.
So speed-wise, you can sort of glide
And as much as I
underneath.
can, I'd like to try to be inconspicuous. I know that doesn't really work, but
You can roll stealth as a giant eagle.
Can I, since I know I can't grapple it,
Yes.
can I just try and punch it instead? With my big beast hand?
You go for it.
I'd like to try and aggravate it to come back.
You try and aggravate it.
Yeah.
that's a crit on those lovely liquid core dice you got.
Nice.
25 to hit.
25 hits.
Alright, it's
You
gonna
hit
do-
the rock with your big beast hand.
I want to hit it in the face.
Okay.
Try and turn it around.
Yep.
12, 17, 20, 22 damage. Bludgeoning. Of course.
It probably hit like a rock too.
It doesn't turn around.
Okay.
It does seem to go faster, and Etherdwe feels the claws, the talons tighten around it as it takes this hit. So it definitely hits. Etherdwe feels these talons tighten around his body. So you take 10 piercing damage.
Me.
Yep.
It's holding it for
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the efforts.
If we just beat it into submission, I'm sure this will work.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So as you
Wait till it gets back to it.
Listen, I'll just get to the airy nest.
Alright.
Airy? That's what an eagle's nest is called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before the rock is just Strahd.
The rock is.
what's that?
The rock is Strahd.
Oh yeah.
The rock is
Okay.
really well not.
The rock is Strahd. Of course it is. The rock is Strahd. Why not?
Especially that innkeeper.
The innkeeper. Which innkeeper? The one from Berez?
Donovan.
Donovich?
Yeah.
All the innkeepers.
It's just some random person that you robbed. That's why I grabbed you.
Um,
Give me back my money.
so you see those on the bridge see this rock followed by a tiny hand, and underneath a tiny eagle with Etherdwe clutched in its claws, and Zephyr hanging on for dear life on the very tail end. There we go. Of this
I'm
this
just gonna
huge
like,
bird.
I take all like 6 ethereal arms around just to like, hold this thing.
Okay.
Love.
So you watch them fly off. I am going to assume that at some point Antoinette helps any remaining people.
Yes.
So Harley, back up
I'll
onto
punch
the
it and then I
bridge.
And then
Okay.
can't help people.
So
You
there's
just dropped us off on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
The eagle just flies us to the end.
so
It's just a trick.
No, that's
What-
crazy. There's fell being sawn around there. Giant
what you guys see is high on the top of this cliff. There's the eagle coming in up here. Is a nest, and in this nest is an egg that has started to hatch, and this small bird is crying out in this nest, and
Oh no.
Winnie, as a druid, you can make insight if you want to. Etherdwe, you
I
can make
think we know what's
insight.
happening.
I can insight what's happening.
You can insight what's happening.
24.
You think that this rock's just bringing lunch to its baby.
Yeah.
Emma, did
I
you
guess
say,
that by the barbecue sauce. That was.
Emma, did you
Yes.
say that I outpaced this thing?
Yes, so you can get there first. It depends whether you were flying underneath the whole way.
I mean, if we're coming to a mountain and there's ground underneath,
Yep.
also just for that valley. As we get close, I
There you
want to outpace it. Am I bigger than this baby rock or smaller?
Smaller than the baby
Oh,
rock.
damn. All right, well there goes that stupid plan.
It's fine.
There you go. So
I
we
think-
I
are
think we can take it.
up the top of this mountain. So you are about 750 or so feet further up into this mountain. You can see here. The other three are on the bridge. What could go wrong? Spare the party.
It's fine.
Does anyone have any teleportation spells?
No. No.
So there's
I got 0 spells.
I'm a doll. I can't teleport.
there's the three of you guys on this bridge.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of all these ones. There you go.
The animal friendship. That's a lot of things.
Quinny, who had discerned the safe path across the bridge,
No longer here.
is no longer here.
Lovely.
So you may need to.
Oh, you don't know where. Oh, this is
What would you like to?
complicated.
Yeah, okay. What would you like to do?
I'd like to carry people across on Bigby's hand. Can I carry myself across first, and then could I willingly get my hand to grab me and carry me across?
Yeah, if you want.
Because it can move 60 feet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get it to grab me.
Yep.
And then pull me across.
Okay. I'm comfortable with that. So Antoinette heads over there on solid ground.
And then I'll prepare to grab someone else next turn.
Okay. So, not difficult. The three of you get carried across on the far side of the bridge.
What?
What? There's no. There's, what do you think? Yeah. You see
3 billy
again.
Yeah,
There's-
in there.
There's 3 billy goats. So on the far side, you see another set of gatehouses on the eastern side of the stone bridge, and these have fallen completely into disrepair. There's no roofs; they've started to crumble down. There's a path leading right along the edge of the cliffs. So it's cut into the cliffs. It's got vertical cliff edge on one side and vertical drop on the other. This sort of ledge that's about 5-6 feet wide. You can see, as from this position, as you come round, you can see this rock circling up above, and a very small speck that you presume to be an eagle.
How
In
long
its
does it look
shadow.
like it'll take to get from there to there flying?
Flying,
Yeah.
what, from the bottom to the top?
So I've got 10 foot speed.
Yeah, you could, if you were dashing, you could probably do that in, a minute or two.
A minute or two? Okay.
So what? I may have missed something. What do you mean by when you say a rock? Is that the eagle?
Giant.
So a rock is a gargantuan bird.
Right, I missed that bit.
Sorry. You don't see a pink. Well, it's pretty giant. Let's see if I can find a.
Does
It's like yeah.
It's big.
Is the rock look like it's gonna? Does the rock look like it's coming to stop in the nest or dropping off and running?
Or getting more food.
It looks like it's going to. I think you would anticipate it's going to stay and feed its child.
What I'd like to do is fly up over the top of it, and then I'm going to drop. I'm going to fly.
There you go. That's the rock.
Excellent.
That character size wise, it's probably about that size compared to your little tiny people.
What I'd
You
like
could all sit quite happily on its back like a giant jumbo jet
We
of.
can make friends with it, and it can ride us to the end of
You could,
Um,
or it could feed you to its children. But yes,
what I'd like to do, Anne-Marie, if it's all right,
yes.
I'd like to dash. Yeah, I'll dash up, so that's 160 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Look, sorry, that's my fault. I pressed the. Let me pull it back
Actually,
over
hang
here to
on, I
fix
don't-
it.
Can I, if I drop my wild shape as an eagle, will I fall immediately, or can I take my action first?
You could wait. You could drop at the end of your action. Yeah. Does that make sense?
I just
So you
think
could take
I
your
wanna
action and
cast
then
the
drop.
spell, but I can't while I'm in wild shape. So can I drop the wild shape and then cast the spell before I fall?
Yes.
Excellent. I want to drop wild shape, and then I want to cast polymorph on myself,
Uh-huh.
and I'll turn into a rock as well.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Rock 1 and Rock 2. This is going to make this fun.
Unless it's
Try and
drawn.
lure it away.
Hopefully, I
Now
can
we need to
see that.
know whether or not.
I can. I can turn into a creature up to my level with CR. It's CR 11 in terms of.
Incredible.
Polymorph.
This is getting out of hand.
Okay.
There's two of them.
Okay. As you're watching from the bottom of this cliff, you see two rocks starting to circle around on the top of this cliff. Let me just make one of these rocks a slightly different colour, because otherwise I'm going to get really confused.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Let me move Quinny the rock over there, and I'm just going to put you in a token, because otherwise this is just going to get ridiculous.
It's like Pokemon version.
Yeah. Appearance. Let's give it a.
Watch us, because we haven't seen this. We're gonna get up there and be like, "There's two of them, all right?"
Yeah.
And that'll accidentally hit you.
Which one did we kill?
No, I imagine it's still got like Quinny's.
I was going to
antlers
say,
or
yeah,
something.
can my polymorph keep my goat horns so we know which one's which?
Right, this green one down here. So this greeny coloured one is Quinny the rock. Quinny the rock, Starlight.
Quinny the rock star.
And this is Rock the Rock. This is Mummy Rock,
That's the song we need.
a baby rock. Okay, so Christ alive. There you go. So we've now got Green Rock, Mummy Rock, There you go.
No, also.
Happy days.
On a big rock.
Amazing.
On a big, all on a rock. Rock.
Is
Rock.
polymorph
Same
same
in the rock
sex,
and
or
it's like-
what's the difference between polymorph and polymorph again?
So polymorph, though, the problem with polymorph is I need to keep concentration.
Yeah, true
So
polymorph.
if this thing hits me, I might just plummet to me. But that's a problem for like
There you go.
4 seconds time.
Okay. So this is where we're now. Chris is up here somewhere. So this is where we're now at.
Lovely.
Okay. So Team Rock. Rick Rock. Roll for initiative.
All of us?
Team Rock.
Okay.
You guys are down the bottom. You can roll for initiative too. We're just going to have to run them separately.
16.
All right.
It gets nothing. Plus 0 to dex.
20.
But plus 9 to strike.
Am I rolling 2, Emma?
I got a nat one.
Yeah, you're up there. Hold on.
That one.
Yeah.
Oh, you've actually got worse than the two.
All right.
No, I've got +4.
Oh, so yeah, I'll still worse.
Woo! Race to the bottom.
21. Yes.
Right. Hold on 1 second. So, why is it not wrong?
That's actually
So, it's been very clunky tonight. It's because I've not played for a while. Okay,
We've not had
so
combat in this for a while.
so yeah, Etherdwe. Sorry, Etherdwe. Initiative.
I'm up first.
No, what was your initiative? Sorry,
20.
20. Quinny.
16.
Thank you. And Zephyr. 20. And so you will be up first, I think, because yeah. So Zephyr's up first, then Etherdwe, then the baby Rock, then Quinny, then Mummy Rock.
I think you can find Jason.
All right.
You
No.
get that.
Okay.
I don't really want to.
So Zephyr will be up first. While you're just having a quick think about what you want to do, we're going to flip back to the bridge. So you've got the three of you at the bottom of this bridge seeing this very narrow path going up. You can see high above this path winding up. You can see all of these rock and mummy rock and a new rock that you've not seen before circling at the top of this cliff. The three of you see what appears to be a shimmering figure of a knight in armor standing on the path, or kneeling on the path, head bowed.
Antoinette will do as Antoinette does and says, "Hi there, I'm Antoinette. Have you seen our friends? They've been taken by a big bird."
It kneels in the path and goes, "Sir Knight of the world's oldest order, Sir Knight of the army of God, you have crossed the strange mystical border, the ground floor of truth you have trod. You have entered the Sanctum Sanctorum, which leads to the temple above, where you come as a stone and a God-chosen one in the kingdom of friendship and love." And
What?
he bows and then disappears.
So it's really helpful.
Totally unhelpful.
That's nice, but we need to find the big giant bird that took our friends.
He's gone. He's gone.
If you're to roll perception on these cliffs,
Disadvantage still because of the blizzard, or
yeah, it would be a disadvantage.
Oh, I wish it wasn't. We've got a nat 20.
2 9.
12.
12, 9, 11. You think you could climb these cliffs.
14.
You think you can climb the cliffs. The 14, you think that there's some boulders on the cliffside. This is a very narrow path. that just look like they've been placed rather than have fallen naturally. Just as you're going up onto this path.
Can I use
Can
my
I try and move one of them?
Yeah, you can try and move on them.
Can I use my hand to give a help action?
Yep,
to-
so
Athletics or
athletics.
and help action?
Help action gives advantage.
Oh, that was a nat 20 for a 29.
19.
So the two, the big arcane hand and Harley working together prise.
Can I
you
say that I
sort
do
of-
like a cartoon style wind up and then?
I think, yeah, so Harleen sort of prizes this rock and Big B's hand sort of whacks it away, like almost moving bowling balls up the alley in a bowling alley. And you see a cave in the side of this mountain.
Let's go in. After you, of course.
Does the cave have a breeze coming through it? Like sort of thing? Like if there's another entry/exit to this cave,
Yeah.
like is it assistant?
So
I'm gonna do a survival.
yeah, you can do survival or perception.
21 for perception.
With 21 perception, the majority of it's actually much less windy in here, inside the entrance, because all the wind on the cliffs is just whistling past the entrance. So it's actually quieter in here. You think that this slopes up, so you think this is an easier path up into the top of this, into this mountain, because this path around the mountain appears to be pretty hazardous. So you think
I'll
that
communicate that, and
they've carved a safer route.
I guess we'll
Let's
light,
just
light,
dash
a,
up.
light a torch and make our way through.
Is it dark?
Yeah, it's pretty dark. It's
Which
dark.
is described as dim lighting.
It is beyond twilight. For purposes of the Twilight Cleric, it is dark in the dark mountain tunnel. What could go wrong in a dark mountain tunnel? It'll take
I'll
so
let you go first.
from a combat perspective, it's going to take you 2 rounds to get up, and then you'll be coming out of this tunnel. Let me just.
Do you think a minute's passed since this all started? Because Big B's hand only lasts a minute.
Yeah, so Big B's hand will have gone down. So you'll end up the top of this. So you'll end up coming out around about here in 2 rounds. Okay. Okay. So let's go into combat. Zephyr, you're up.
Awesome. I'm going to try and get on top of this thing.
On top of you
Like,
are.
and I'm holding it, and I
Yep.
want to climb it towards its neck. Like I want to move up it towards
Okay.
it.
So you can roll straight athletics to climb.
Cool. I think it's interesting. That's 20.
Yeah, every time I'm like,
Yeah, you successfully managed to climb up to this thing's neck without falling off. Yeah.
And then I wish to hold an action
Yes.
for when the bird flies over the nest
Yes,
to attempt a stunning strike.
you're going to stunning strike Mother Rock over the top of the nest.
Yeah. So when we fall hopefully onto the top of the nest and not off the side of it. That's the-
Okay, right. As long as we're clear.
Just so I know, is Etherly currently in the nest or still in their hands of the rock?
So Etherdwy is currently in the hands. I've just moved all the rocks around. There you go. So Etherdwy is currently in the. Then you were up there. Yeah. So at the moment you are grappled, so you can take actions with disadvantage. I think when you're grappled, or is it?
Only disadvantage against other targets. I think you'll find something grapples you.
I think you're probably all
I
right.
mean, if you're wanting to stab it with a a dagger.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
can
like
stab
that
it with
wouldn't
stuff.
be-
You can't move. But,
You've got no movement. You can use an action to try and get out of its claws with the risk of falling. You're only currently about 20 foot up. Oh, off the mountain.
Am I not in the nest?
nothing about attacks.
No.
Then fine.
I'm still in the air.
Yes.
Okay, I thought that it landed.
No, you're about 20 foot up, above mountain, in the claws of a giant rock.
I choose to stay in the claw.
Okay.
You know,
Valid.
relax and try and...
You can stab it. You can attack it if you want to. Okay.
Not
Let's move
until
that.
they're a bit close to the ground.
Yeah, but I can.
But he's already
I'm
down.
upside down looking up like this.
Yeah,
and
true,
there's like
true.
a wind. I'm not going to know.
He is also
Yeah, you
already
could just
down.
get blown off.
It sounds like this ground.
Do you want to hold an action?
16 kilos. I'm going to... I can't... I'm pretty tough. I can't do much.
Pardon?
I'm like pretty held tight, aren't I? Like, I can't do much.
Yeah, you could hold an action in case this thing lets you go. If you were falling, would you want to stab it? Would you want to try and save yourself? No. So if you wanted to hold an action, if you were released in some way, if somebody got you out of there, what would you want to do?
Yeah, probably. I think my focus would just be on not dying rather than stabbing anything right now. Just trying to hold on to something. I'd probably grab onto one of its talons if I...
Okay.
You can dodge.
You
still
can dodge.
while you're grappled.
Yep. You can,
George do.
Dodge, you get advantage on dex saves, so
if you fell.
so maybe
Yeah.
if you fell, you'll land easier, and if you're harder to hit with attacks, disadvantage.
Okay. The baby rock just claws its way out of an egg and is like stretching its wings and flexing its talons and opening this giant beak. So baby rock, actually, let's see. Baby rock is mechanically large.
Oh, hell yeah.
Baby rock.
Hold its beak shut.
No. Big B's hands coming out. It's going crush the baby rock.
I'm not that evil, okay?
Okay. So baby
Save our
rock.
friends?
Baby rock takes no action at the moment, but
Exactly.
it's
not like you're hurting
basically
it, you're just stopping it from opening its beak.
flexing its wings,
Sorry, I need to add what this
shaking them out, and sort of pacing around in this nest, kicking off bits of shell, flexing its
Is it
talons.
all covered in...
It's all covered in
membrane?
egg goo,
Yeah.
and it's ugly. I mean, the mother rock is like beautiful blue and teal. This thing's like white and like sticky. It's an ugly.
Those terrifying baby bird eyes that are just completely black and in the
And then it opens its mouth and it's got this enormous. So in the same way that babies have to grow into their head, rocks have to grow into their beak. So it's got an almost adult-sized beak on a relatively tiny bird.
Is it featherless?
No, it's got feathers, but they're just sort of white
They're all
and stubby
slicked
and
and-
slicked down. It's not. It's clearly not going to fly anywhere. It's pretty gross, really. Not that any of you are paying that particular attention. Quinny Green Rock.
Yeah.
Quinny the Green Rock is up.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought
How-
Quinny's name had just changed for a second. I was like,
No,
Quinny Rock?
Quinny the
Green
Rock, Starlight. Yeah,
The second, please.
second.
Queen Green Rock. Starlight was my mother. How high off the ground is the mother rock at the moment?
It's about 20 foot off the top of the mountain,
Okay.
which would be about 750 foot to the ground. Well, yeah, 770 foot to the ground if you went off the edge of the mountain.
What I want to try to do, tell me this is too bullshit. I want to try and grapple it by grabbing the claw it's holding Effie with,
Right.
and then try to. No, hang on, that's a terrible idea.
You could do that. Yeah, go for it.
Does it look like I could try to grapple Effie, or would I just be pulling him?
You're just pulling him into stringify it.
Stretch out the door. You don't think you could pull Ethidwe out without Ethidwe tech. You might be able to get him out with a high enough athletics check. You could probably get Ethidwe out. So it'd be a contested grapple with the rock.
Okay.
but
I
Etherdwe
get
would
ripped in half.
Etherdwe would
that's
take
what I wanna-
damage in the process because you're looking at this thing
Yeah.
and it's got its talons in Etherdwe.
So we
Yeah,
like
okay.
spray it
So
off.
you might eviscerate
Yeah.
Etherdwe.
We need King Solomon.
You could eviscerate Etherdwe and then swing back and bell brunch him. It'll all be fun.
Yeah, we just need
fun.
water on
I don't want to just kill the rock baby. That feels mean and pointless.
Flank, and then
Flank the rock baby.
Well, Zephyr's all over that.
Andrew.
I think I might just attack the rock.
Okay. Which bit of rock are you attacking? The bit with Zephyr on the rock, or the bit with
Tell you what,
Etherdwe in the rock?
Can I delay my initiative?
Yeah, if you want.
I might delay my initiative. I'll drop down to probably after the rock.
Okay. Fine. Do you want to do that long term or just this turn?
Probably long term.
Okay.
If that's alright. I think I'll take a minute to work out what that
I'll
is.
drop your initiative below the rock.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty shrug, which is difficult when you're a bird.
It's the rock's turn. The rock's going to do a couple of things. The rock's going to talon attack Etherdwe.
Oh, sure. I didn't think we'd do that. Okay. I don't know what.
It-
That makes all the sense.
It's too whole right now. So like feed to
Wait, the baby bird doesn't really care whether Etherdwe is alive or dead.
Alright.
Yeah.
So that's a crit
Oh,
Oh.
for a 33 to hit.
oh my god.
Sorry, Etherdwe.
It's alright. How much damage?
40.
How many hit points?
40?
40.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
Speak for yourself. I'm down to 19.
Jesus.
Oh my
For a
god.
bird, that's actually pretty low.
Oh, no, you've got some falling stuff from 40.
Yeah.
Taking lots of stuff.
He's
Being
taking
a
a
bloody
fair
bird.
few.
Talons for the love.
He took damage from
You're gonna
saving
take
himself, and
Do you
took
take
damage
full
from
damage
getting grabbed
away,
by
and then
it.
anything to, like, erase your
No
force?
damage from that.
No beautiful.
Chris, remember you've got that uncanny dodge as well, so you get half one whatever.
Oh, can I do that? Can I do uncanny dodge with them in the talons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Grapple, yeah.
There's no.
It's kind of weird because like the terms like dodge, you
Yeah.
expect it to have to
Yeah,
move.
I think it's a bad name for what it is.
Alright, so only hit half of that.
Yep.
Oh, marvellous.
And then it's going to. I've just moved you off a bit so that I can manipulate one creature at a time because it doesn't. Yeah.
Cheat sheet.
It's going to swing round and drop Etherdwe in the nest
As it's over the next to my.
onto the baby bird. You're here. Yep, gone.
Oh, that'd be cool if that works.
So you're going to stun. Yeah.
So I'm gonna attempt to hit it first.
Oh, okay.
Let's go with that first. I'm neck chopping like back of the
You're like this.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Trying to find the bridge point in like hundreds of years of experience. You know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
hundreds
You're
of years
rapidly
of
trying to
experience
recall
of
the
birds.
functional charts for a giant bird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I don't have my arms out, which is a shame. So that's only.
You're using your time.
18 hits.
Okay, and then
Pretty
it's
happy
just classic stunning strike of DC 17 con.
25.
Yow.
It was worth a shot.
You still do damage.
So Etherdwe's dropped.
I mean, dead.
No
Oh, yeah,
full
yeah,
damage.
Yep.
Gently placed.
Is the nest kind of like
Oh, wait.
covered in
Damage
like you know
is
straw and stuff like that?
It's got it's soft enough that you've not taken full damage. You have landed next to a giant baby rock that's got an open beak and is very hungry. She didn't drop you into the baby rock, which you know,
That's
Baby
7
rocks
damage
have-
to the rock, too.
7 damage to the room.
That's
Okay.
something I want to do with my turn.
Okay.
Is it my turn or not?
You took dodge, didn't you?
Yeah, but you can do that as a bonus action as well. So
Yeah.
could still have a held.
You can have a held action if you want.
Okay, so if the thing's open, with its
And then
beak
Quinny, you're
open,
up.
I'm going to reach in my pack,
Mm-hmm.
grab out a bottle,
Mm-hmm.
and dexterously throw it down the hatch of the bird into the baby bird's mouth.
Love.
What
Okay.
potion?
And I want the baby bird to take a con save, please.
So you need to roll an attack roll.
stop it from
Roll
swallowing your
unarmed
friend. It's
strike as an
exactly
attack roll because
poisoning
it's
her
improvised
I mean, if
to
you
try and get
could
this thing down its mouth while falling from a rock
It's self-defense.
while being attacked.
Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Use my last lucky.
Dear Environmental Protection Agency, what we did was really self-defense.
No. That's a 15.
15 hits the baby rock. Yep.
So I'm going to throw the bottle
Okay.
down
Is it the wine?
the gullet.
Yes.
And I want it to make a constitution save.
What is it saving against?
Here, so what poison is this?
He's got some nasty stuff there.
And probably stuff that we don't know about as well.
Just get
18.
right.
Hmm?
I'm going to do 10d10 damage.
What did you throw it
Oh,
on?
poison.
Black lotus extract.
Oh.
And there's immediate damage.
Yeah.
Do you want some D10s?
No, I'm just going to do it.
You got another one of those for straw? That'd be great.
I think the trick would be getting him to drink. Smear some on your neck.
Protection from poison.
That's 60 poison
Drink
damage.
my blood.
Oh my
Come at me,
god.
bitch.
I get that.
Sweet. Okay. As you do that, this that's awesome. The baby, screams, starts flailing around in the in the nest, and Zeph needs to make a dexterity save as Mum Rock starts wheeling around, banking back.
Is baby rock flailing vigorously close to the edge of the nest?
No. Nor is baby rock
Teetering.
flailing, teetering close to death.
Aw.
25. You hang on. It's almost like some cartoon thing where you're flying this rock, / falling with style. But you're on the back and you're staying there.
It looks like
Quinny's
I'm
held
flying
action.
It, but really, I'm just like,
Okay,
There's blood in the nest. There is blood in the nest.
Alright.
It's pouring
I think
out
I'm
of the
gonna
baby
go
rock's
for-
eyeballs.
Rock looks like it's coming back to the nest.
It's
eyeballs.
sort of it's dropped Ethelweight and is kind of pulling, so it's pulling this way.
Alright, cool. I want to fly towards the rock and then I'll go for a grapple with my first attack. See if I can grab.
Jugular.
Okay.
Are we doing grapples with the new rules or athletics check? Attack roll.
oh,
or
you went in
athletics?
range. I was go for operation.
I do athletics check today.
Feels like
I
a
can't
little-
mentally cope to two sets of rules at the
That's
same
fair
time.
enough. 28. Rock's got a plus 9 to strength.
They do.
If you hit with an attack roll, you grapple.
Oh, I love that.
26.
Oh, what?
So it's grappled. Incredible. Anything on work.
So there's two
Yeah,
rocks
talons,
locked
and then I'll
together.
start pulling it up. So it's going back to the nest. I'll come forward, grab talons, and try to pull it up
Okay.
away.
Oh,
From
you're
it.
just
Alright.
gonna do like a spiral into the air.
Pretty much.
Very cool.
Okay.
So then I'll take my movement 120 feet up, or half that if I'm grappling, I guess. So 60, however high I can pull
Yep.
it to fly up, just so it's away from everyone else. And then I'll use my other attack.
Yep.
For a talons attack. See what I can hit.
Okay.
26.
We'll hit.
Play.
Would you mind if I put the fan on that? Or would that
Yeah, no, go for it.
That's very human.
It is human.
I just didn't want it to knock over the screen or anything like that. Thank you, Emma.
Sorry.
There you go.
What's wrong?
Which one are you doing?
Talons. Yeah.
Okay.
25
Okay.
damage.
Yep.
Magical.
Sorry, you highlighted that one, but hang on.
Yeah.
Don't put this one on. Don't say so.
All right.
How are we going in the tunnel?
So you're working your way. You can hear this thing at the top. So as you're working your way up this tunnel, you can see light at the top of this tunnel. It's pretty straightforward. You're like, this is pretty smart in terms of better than going around that path. As you start to start to come out, you roll initiative. I'm going to put you onto the order now. It's easier. So I'm just putting you all in. All right, so Malachi. 4. Harling. 14. Antoinette.
11.
11. That's Baby Rock. Baby Rock. Okay, alright. There's all sorts of random shit on this map. Okay, so we are back to the top of the order. Zephyr.
Cool.
Dennis the Dwayne.
I am going to unveil my arms. Can it make a... I think it's a save? Yeah, Dex saving throw, DC 17.
Dex.
The big rock. As my arms unveil.
I'm just going to move you a little bit out of the way. So you're now 120 foot in the air. Just so you know.
No worries at all.
Sweet.
No worries.
No.
Slight worries.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
Thank God. Because
Well, no, it's not
20
it's not beautiful. It's just you.
23.
23 passes. Okay, and then I'm going to, since I'm right by its neck,
Yeah.
how far away is its eyes? Is it like 10 feet to its eyes? Like,
Oh no, it'll be more than that. I mean, this thing's gargantuan. So its head's going to be a good 10 foot further on from its neck. Right,
Okay.
this thing's huge.
I'm gonna
It's
attempt
big
to
and
run
huge.
up to one of its eyes.
You go to
It's like the size of cruise ship, basically, or is it a bit smaller?
Is it the size of a dragon?
yeah.
Well, ancient
Yeah.
And then like use my staff to like try and whack it in the eye.
Okay. You can roll to attack.
So every other creature, when it gets
Oh god, that was a net one. So that's a hit. But I can see a hit.
So they're about. It weighs up to 125 tons.
Yeah, so this is stroke on. And then my second was
Jesse. It's about 64 feet long and up to
This
125
is like a jumbo
tons.
jet.
Yeah.
That's a 15 hit.
It does hit.
Or
It's not going to blind it on a 15.
No.
It just about hits.
annoyed.
Yeah, it'll irritate it.
And then 16 damage to its eye.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
16 damage. Do
throw
a bit
off
of head.
its head and
Okay.
jump onto Gallon.
Oh, are you? Right.
Like,
So
you're gonna
let
use
me
its
just.
eye as a pole vault or something. Like,
You're going to jump off your rock onto a different rock in a howling gale, 120 foot up
Yeah,
on the
this is
top
gonna
of a
work. I
mountain.
had no
can
doubts.
I opportunity attack to try to grapple in this thing?
If it fails.
If it fails. Because if it fails, they'll go past me and out of my attack range.
If you want to take an opportunity attack,
This is too cool not to
on-
try.
no, you can do it. So
This is straight up fast.
if you're running and jumping, then that
I'm pole vaulting off its eye with my staff.
Incredible.
that's going to be athletics.
No worries.
I know polymorph is concentration, so you don't have that anymore, so you're back to the same.
It's a 14.
You're 14. You get up there and you jump, but you are currently plummeting in the gap between these two. You're trying to jump from one jumbo jet to another jumbo jet in a howling gale.
200 foot.
Oh, so I fall into it. Cool.
Yeah, it's really.
That's fine. I've got some.
Do you want me to try to grab it?
You can.
Can I take an opportunity attack and try to?
You
pluck him
can
out of the air?
take an opportunity attack if you want to.
That's a 3 on the dice, so 16.
Okay, how much damage am I taking?
So that's 120 feet of So how much is that? It's D6 for
120
10,
foot, so
isn't
it's
it?
12d6.
12d6. Yeah.
That's a long way to fall.
I was looking at the
4,
Pathfinder
5,
forms,
6,
and
7,
they're-
8,
Wait,
11, 12, 12d6. There we go. It's that much damage. 38.
I take 0.
I love it.
So I knew you were going to do
get
that.
66. So
Incredible.
That's
what,
fine.
what does it look like you falling 120 foot and then landing and doing fine?
it's like the Iron Man the ground slightly the snowdrifts just drift apart and a cloud is a land. There's enough softness in the snow that it just
Yeah, you fall and it's like a 3-point landing in this with this attractive plume of snow. Okay. All right.
That is so cool.
Very cool. Etherdwee. Harleen. It's Etherdwee, Baby Rock, Harleen.
That was fun.
Alright, how's Baby Rock looking?
Oh, Baby Rock looks okay. It looks pissed. It looks pissed, but it looks okay.
Mouth open?
Not right at the minute. It's got a bottle of wine that it's currently glugging its way through that you shoved in,
What is that? Yeah, vial of potion.
or a vial of potion.
Like, can I pull out a bottle of wine and be like, "Do you want some of this?" And see if it opens its mouth.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Roll persuasion.
You're marinating yourself.
Yeah. You had your meat, but now you've got to have your pudding.
Don't eat your beef, you can't have any pudding!
Yeah, that was
This pairs really
big
well.
boy thing.
Pardon? Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Mm.
Crit.
Crit. It opens its mouth. It's a baby rock. It has 6 on inside. And it's like, feed me, Seymour, feed me. So opens its mouth.
Right. I'll throw the bottle
Okay.
of wine,
Okay.
which has got assassin's blood on it.
Okay.
I wanted to take a constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
Reference.
Oh, wonderful.
I love Little Shop of Horrors.
I love little shop
And there's a theme scene.
Feed me, Seymour. 20.
Right, but I still get to do some damage and half damage.
So we're now going to have a drunk, poisoned baby rock. Okay?
I didn't ask to be born into this world.
No.
Yes.
So we'll take 25 poison damage.
Yep. Okay.
And that's the end of my turn. There's nowhere to run, is there?
You
I guess
can,
I probably use my part of my turn to convince it to open its mouth. So.
okay. You could take persuasion as a bonus action, but and get. But you could try and climb out of the nest if you wanted to. Right now, it would get an opportunity attack on you if you tried to climb out. Otherwise, it's just it's its turn, and it's going to attack
When
you.
I disengage,
You can disengage. Where are you going?
over to the edge of the nest.
Okay.
I'm sure getting out of the nest is going to be achievable, but I could certainly edge to the edge.
Okay. Fair enough. So disengage.
Using whatever it was.
You move to the edge of its nest.
Disengage is a thing for Steve, isn't it?
Yep.
For anyone, but yeah, you get it as a bonus.
Bonus action.
I'm not cunning out. Sorry, I'm not.
No, you're right. It comes after you. And it attacks you twice with its beak. So for a 15 to hit and a 17 to hit.
The 7 is meat speed, so 17.
Okay.
Poisoning the baby. So.
So that's 17 damage.
And before this is the icon of the
Can I
table
do
and
the
just
half
destroying
damage
his
thing?
brain.
Or already done that?
That should be on your turn, yeah. That's your reaction.
Okay. So I'll halve that to make it 8.
8. Yep.
Do I get poison damage because it's got poison on its feet?
Ooh.
Roll a luck check.
Straight D20.
Just being practical, yeah. So that was a luck check.
Just a straight
That's just a
D20.
Straight D20.
Yes, you do.
So the answer is yes. You take 12 poison damage from your own poison.
Oh.
Well, yeah, stands to reason.
No, if you
How
want.
much have you got left?
Harley,
Remember, I'm halving damage as well.
I guess I would be trying
you can't halve the poison
to
damage.
get close.
No, I didn't halve that one.
No,
but
no.
I halved the other one.
Yes, you did. Sorry, you're going over towards.
Yeah, I just want to get towards Ethelby.
Okay.
Using all my movement.
Are you like on the other side of the mountain?
No,
No,
we
they've
found a
come
secret
up.
Tunnel. We found a secret tunnel.
Oh,
So
I'm
you
coming
can
back.
get with a dash. With a dash, you can just about get up and into the edge of the nest.
Yep.
So you're going up here.
Yep.
There you go. So that's action to dash. You've got bonus action.
I'm gonna bonus action rage.
Okay.
Big sweat elder.
I can raise
Actually, no, I
if
won't,
you die.
won't bonus action rage yet. Because I think I'll lose that before the next round, so. I think that's all I can do right now.
Okay. So
Just after who you
that's fine.
So you go like put him away from me because I'm gonna
They're
eat
too good.
The rock that's currently spiraling in some kind of weird grapple malarkey is going to try and attack the other rock.
I'm a cheese and bacon bowl kind of
Okay.
No way it hits.
Well,
Not a single
rations,
chance
rations.
in
gal.
24 to hit,
That will definitely hit.
and it's second attack is a 17, which I think also hits. Yeah.
Oh god. I mean, you
Um,
mean the damage apart, so I've got to do con search.
Yep.
Which I have none of my.
So 25 for the first one.
Ow.
Yeah.
Although its con's good.
Its con is good. My con's better, but that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a critical one on the dice.
Oh!
I'm 120 foot above the nest. And unlike the monk, I can't slow myself down.
Hey, that'll take a couple of turns to fall, right?
No!
200 foot a turn. 120 foot, I am on the ground.
You are on the ground.
Hopefully you land on the ground and not the wind doesn't blow you slightly to the south or something.
Hey Siri, how long does a human fall in 6 seconds?
There's no way.
It didn't answer it, but it uses ChatGPT.
It falls for
Oh,
46 damage.
That hurts.
46.
46.
Yikes.
That's,
Next
that's
time-
half.
It makes
Just
sense.
depending on air dragon stuff,
It's a long way to
It's a
fall.
long way to fall.
So it's
Yeah.
actually higher than 200.
Emma, might I have an opportunity attack against the rock because I'm falling? Actually, sorry, I haven't had my turn again yet since last time, so I don't.
Yeah, so your turn's now after the rock. So if
Yeah,
you want
cool.
to take your turn as you fall away from the rock,
Oh yeah, if you're offering.
I will offer you that.
Incredible.
Will you stop yourself from falling?
No, but I can just cast a nasty spell on it if I want to.
Oh god.
I don't think we're going to survive after this. Hear me out, Emma. I've got that feat that lets me talk to animals constantly.
Hmm.
Can I use Chaos on the rock? Usually you need to communicate with your target. Or no?
I don't. So I don't think it has. So it's a monstrosity. And
Okay, cool, never mind.
so
That
because
doesn't
it's not a
work.
beast,
No,
is
that
it?
doesn't work then.
So it shouldn't.
Alright, cool. I'm going to take just a big swing. Can it please make me a con save?
Yes.
Sorry, wisdom.
Wisdom save.
Yeah,
Oh,
Make me a wisdom save.
don't like wisdom saves.
Good.
Okay.
In the bird, something like this.
No. It's strong, and it's got con, but that's it. Wisdom save 15.
That's a fail. Excellent. As I'm falling, I want to then cast Polymorph a second time, this time targeting it.
Okay.
And I will polymorph it into... Well, I don't want it to die when it falls. Like, I want it to stay... Because if I turn the thing, it was fall, land, and then turn into itself again. Can I turn it into, like, a finch?
Finch.
Or maybe a pelican? That's probably the most awkward bird I can think of.
Okay.
Most expensive one too.
Yeah. Or... Hang on, let me check. I can actually do this with the
It comes out a giant bill.
I just need
I love your
So
death.
in the video game,
I'll turn it into like an owl or something like that. In
Yeah.
terms of like stats.
An owl.
It has terrible saves, no
Yeah.
hit points or anything. My blindness
So
will just eat the load by bottom.
Let's make it into a normal owl, not a giant owl.
No, normal low CR.
Normal low CR. Let's polymorph the rock into an owl. It's just vanished.
They're really small.
Okay, so the rock is now... I'll ping the rock.
It's save or suck.
It's over there somewhere. In fact, I'll make the rock glow so you can see the fucker. Because otherwise you're never going to be able to find it.
And then,
I'm imagining we come up ready to fight and there's just nothing and we're like, where's the big bird gone?
and then I'm
Okay.
falling towards the nest.
You've fallen down onto the rocks outside the nest, yes, for 46 damage.
Can I try and aim as I'm falling, or am I just falling?
It's pretty windy, you can try, but I think that you're mainly falling. So the owl is now here.
Okay, if you put a cape or something.
Well, no.
So
what
this
I've
is
got
the-
a-
this is
a
the
wild
new-
shape.
This is the
Action.
new rock.
Bonus action. Excellent.
It's down there. So
Oh, it's so tiny.
it's so tiny it's going to get eaten by its own children.
That's dark.
Yeah.
But then
What?
once it
Hang
grows,
on.
Oh.
once it gets yeah, so to say.
Splatter.
Oh,
That would be so dark.
What?
His own kids.
Horrendous.
Oh.
Because if it was so like,
And what I will do is I'll bonus action.
Making the owl red so I can have half a chance of seeing it. There it
yeah, I'm
is.
just wondering if, like,
There we
with
go.
the wind,
There's the owl.
you also get squished.
Rock owl. No.
Cure Wounds is action. Do I have?
All right. Okay.
I've got my bonus action as well, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Awesome. I'd love to do. What's the spell called?
Healing Word.
Healing Word. I don't have Healing Word. I thought the staff gave me Healing Word.
I don't think it gives you healing word.
No, alright, cool. Never mind.
I think it gives you other stuff, but I don't think it gives you bonus actions. Off the top of my head.
No.
Okay.
No, Cure Wounds, Lesser Restoration, Mass Cure Wounds.
All right.
Cool, never mind.
Antoinette with Malachi on deck.
Well, my turn completely just changed. So what do I see when I come out?
When you come out, you are over the far side. You see these two, one blue, one green rocks spiraling up into the sky, and then all of a sudden, one of them turns into Quinny and falls like a rock onto the cliff. At the same time, this other giant, huge, gargantuan bird seems to go whoosh, and you see this tiny owl sort of flitting. You can barely see it. Looking up the mountain, you can see Harleen on the edge of this sort of big, sort of massive sticks and twigs and you can see the top of this giant beak with blood dripping out of it, sticking out over the edge.
Well, now that the big rock's gone, I'm gonna use my action to cast web over the little rock in
Okay.
the nest to try and keep it there.
Yeah, web the little rock.
Web it, yeah.
Okay.
So dex save DC 17.
You're all going to plough in and kill the baby rock, aren't you?
I'm not killing it. I'm just holding it there.
I mean, the average life expectancy of a rock compared to a halfling is probably the same age, isn't it?
13.
It fails.
Yep.
It's now restrained.
Okay.
Yep. And then as my bonus action, I'd like to command Bonesy to go running ahead just dash
Okay.
so it gets towards the baby rock.
Okay. Oh, I need to find a.
I give Bosie my little scissors
Yes.
to use as a weapon.
Let me find a. Let's find a spurious. There we go. Bonesy. We've got Bonesy. Bonesy is up. How far can Bonesy move? How far can Bonesy move? 30?
Yes, so 60 feet.
Okay. Right, there's Bonesy.
Yep.
Up on the. So there's a skeleton hurtling towards you, Harleen. So there's a
You
there's
just hear like bones.
there's a
rattling.
skeleton coming down here. Okay. That you're at.
That's my turn.
Malachi.
Oh.
How far away?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, can I just add one thing?
Yep.
I'll move 30 feet.
Fine. Pardon?
How far away from the nest am I?
About 75 feet.
Right, I'm gonna move 30 feet closer to it. And then I'm gonna hold banishment.
Oh,
It's got. Oh, that's fantastic.
So
That's
in case
awesome.
it gets loose of the bed, then I'll just.
Oh, okay.
So you're holding banishment on.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
it's got
Where
owls.
is the where can I see the owl?
Yeah. It's over here. It's a tiny, tiny owl over there.
Would it be within 60 feet of me?
I don't think it's within.
Okay, then yeah, I'll hold my management.
What happens if you like would it grab the owl, put it in between a crack and the rock, and then it like turns back? Like what happens mechanically?
So there's a thing in polymorph.
So it's about 75 foot. You could probably have moved in a way that would get you in range.
Okay. Then I'd like to do that.
You'd like to do that? No,
Put them into a bag with this rock. Just
I mean, for something like
Let's move that way. That will probably get you in range. Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, so you're in 60 feet of the baby owl, which is down here. This tiny red dot down there. So you're within banishment range of the owl.
So we'll make a charisma save.
You can banish the owl because it doesn't do any. If it fails, it doesn't do it. It doesn't hurt it, so it won't undo its polymorph. And if it works, then you've banished. You've banished the rock.
Does the dash really last a minute?
Yeah, we can be gone pretty far.
Charisma.
Yes.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Hang on, but at the end of the 1 minute, does it come back or does it?
If
get
it
back?
and before the rock is like
Yeah, that's what I
impeccable
thought.
charisma.
Oh, it depends
No.
on
No,
where
I
it's
think
from.
it's got. If it fails a couple of saves, it just stays there.
1.
Oh yeah, that's a fail. Okay, so
Fucking
let's send it
baby
to,
owl.
Another plane of existence. If the target is native to the plane you're on, you banish the target's harmless enemy plane while there. The target is incapacitated. The
It's
target
the
remains
pink
there until
plane.
the spell ends. At which point the target reappears on the space left.
Yeah.
Ah,
Unless it's from a different plane. So if it was from
if it's a D. or something.
The hell
yeah, if it was from the the abyss.
Give us some nice-
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like,
So if and
so
it
we can heal people. We can like
and it will come
get you
if-
out of harm's way.
if Quinny doesn't lose concentration, it will come back as a baby owl in a minute.
Delightful.
Okay. Right. So I've banished the baby owl.
And the baby owl was the big rock.
Yeah.
The baby owl was the big rock in disguise, which is now vanished. So now we've got a baby that has been poisoned and is held in its nest by a web. Brutal. Okay. Top of the turn. Zephyr.
Alright, I'm gonna sprint up this mountain.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna like look over the inventory and be like, can you get yourself out of here? Alright, and then I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck with the bird anymore, and I'm gonna go back towards wherever I came from.
So back to the cave.
Is that
I don't want to kill
ugly?
the rock.
That's Etherdwy. Okay. So Zephyr's heading that way. Etherdwy.
So if the thing's like bound in a web of
You get
Yes.
advantage against it.
Yeah, you get advantage and sneak attack and all the other.
Get me.
Can it get you? Yes. It's
It's only got a beak attack, right?
But it's got disadvantage.
But it's got disadvantage because it's restrained.
Okay.
And it can't move.
How hurt is it? Can I perceive that?
Can you roll a nature check or an insight check? Either. Your choice. See if you can determine the near-death status of a creature you've never met before that you've tried to poison. You think it is not at death's door, but it's definitely bloodied.
I'm getting out of there.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to dilly-dally anymore. I'm just going to
Run towards
I'm going to
me.
get out of the nest and just head towards the cave.
Disengage?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm close to it.
Yeah, it came after you, it attacked you, so you're in melee range. So disengage the bonus action.
Yes. So that
Okay.
means it doesn't get an opportunity.
Yep.
And then do I get to move at my speed?
Yep. So you get to go.
Can I sprint?
So you can dash as an action if you want to.
Okay, so 50 feet then.
Okay. So Etherdree's heading that way. Baby Rock tries to break out of the web.
Yep.
Strength.
I believe so. Let me double check.
Sounds like the right. Is it strength? Or must be strength.
It actually doesn't say that it can. Oh no, yeah, strength check. Sorry.
Strength
Right.
check.
Yeah,
Pissed off.
it says strength check. It says strength check.
15.
That fails.
The Baby Rock starts to cry.
Aww.
The frick did you expect? It's just been born, then it was attacked, then it was bound.
It only wanted lunch.
It's been alive for less than a minute.
It only wanted
It's
food.
gone.
One of our friends in
Yeah.
middle school.
I point to my like mangled arm. Like, right over this.
Nature.
Don't you hate it when you like?
Don't you hate it when nature is nature?
Yeah, this is a monster.
Colleen,
It's
you're
not-
up.
it's not nature.
I will be following
Is it
Ashley, making sure that he gets away
It's-
safely.
Okay.
So the description for monstrosity says exactly that, but then
It's like an unnatural creature.
yeah, but then all the descriptions for all the monstrosities don't say that. So yeah.
Oh,
Sounds sad.
Its mum will be
we
back
can
in
just
a
leave.
minute.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can just leave. It's fine.
You can almost hear
You
Mom!
guys can
in the squawking.
Just leave it nature.
if I
will
were
be
playing a different
nature.
character right now, I would have opinions.
I would have opinions.
Okay.
Fortunately, I'm playing Antoinette and I don't care.
Rock Owl is a rock owl on some demi-plane somewhere or another. Quinny.
Can I move to be in touch range of Etherdweek?
Yes, you can get there. That will be an action to dash.
I'd rather it wasn't. In that case,
Sorry.
I'll just, no, that's all right. I'll just use my movement heading towards Etherian, and I'll heal Etherian on the next turn.
Okay.
I would like to cast a 4th level Cure Wounds on myself
Mm-hmm.
for a bunch of healing. Oops. 9, 14, ooh, 19. That's awful. That's better than nothing. That's all I got.
Okay, Antoinette.
I guess I'll just start heading back. How far away is Bonesy from the nest?
Oh, Bonesy's about 10 foot. Bonesy could get into the nest on his turn if you really wanted him
Can I
to.
use my bonus action to get Bonesy to look up in the nest and see if there's any goodies we could steal?
Oh, okay. You want to rob the nest.
Bonesy, go get us some loot! And then I start booking it away.
Seriously.
This is a very interesting group.
Hey, the rock stole from us first. Stole it.
Okay.
Bonesy goes,
Okay, so Bonesy heads in. You
being careful not to step on it, obviously.
obviously. You don't really see anything particularly in there. There's no big stash of gold or anything like this. It looks like a relatively comfy nest if you were a baby rock that wasn't poisoned twice and bound in a web.
There's a rock big enough to eat a baby dragon.
There's a couple of this is obviously a fresh nest. This egg's just hatched. If you wanted giant pieces of rock egg shell,
Can Bonesy grab?
Bonesy
Some
can
rocket?
grab rock egg shell
And then
if he wants to. I'm not sure what you're planning on doing with it, but I'm sure it'll be useful.
Bonesy
So
will come running out of the neck.
Bonesy comes running out with this eggshell on his head like a helmet.
Harley has a very puzzled expression on her face while watching this happen.
So Bonesy's heading back.
And Antoinette says, "Good Bonesy, you're learning."
Okay. So everybody's heading over that way. Malachi, you're heading back to the cave?
Remind me not to drink.
No, it's great.
Okay. I'm assuming that Malachi continues to concentrate for as long as possible while you all get out down this cave before this thing comes back.
Once I can, I want to heal ethically.
Okay. We'll take you as initiative at the moment. You've got... We'll keep counting, though, because the rock will come back.
Is he poisoned at all?
No, he's not poisoned. He took poison damage.
Because I
He's
thought
not
white
mechanically
I just
poisoned.
had F3 on the back. It's alright there.
How much? Yeah, how much now?
19 hit points.
How much are you missing total?
I'm sort of only my half skill.
I could expend some spell slots in your direction. My staff's
Okay.
into 2 charges.
I mean, like the actual heal.
Oh, heal. Oh, heal. Right, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That's
I'll just use some,
Would you define an egg as an object?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
You're gonna make a
Sorry.
steady chase.
I'm now unclear. Go.
For fabricate purposes, could I fabricate an egg?
From the eggshell?
Yep.
Yeah. You could fabricate an entire shell egg, but you probably couldn't fabricate a giant egg that you could
Okay.
grow a rock out of.
I might fabricate some eggs and start painting them and make some little...
Okay.
right now.
Not right now.
Yeah, just as you're coming through the cave, you just like...
We need
Queen
to
and
put
Malachi are standing there, like, all their effort to concentrate on these 2 spells.
Bonesy.
While Antoinette is painting.
Just collecting stuff.
A girl's gonna have a side hobby.
How long does polymorph last?
An hour.
Oh, so
So-
if it comes back, it's going to be an hour.
It will come back as an owl. That won't come back to haunt you in an hour's time.
They won't be able to find us in an hour time. We'll be at the temple.
It's very quick.
Yep, you're hoping. You
It's very quiet as well as you make
you
it now.
get back down to the bottom.
The owls can see us.
So the stone bridge is behind you. You can see the gatehouses, and you're back at the bottom where that cave opened, and this very narrow.
1d6 plus 4.
You roll the one.
What's that?
Twice. I just used 2 actions to use the healer's kit, but I rolled 2 ones.
Ouch.
Do you have hit
So
points
you
missing
get
still?
There you go. So the 6 of you and Bonesy are at the bottom of the cave, and you've come out onto this this path. It's narrow. It's about 5.5, 6 foot. There are some places where you could go 2 abreast, but largely it's single file, with a sheer cliff face with a sort of 500, 600 foot drop down to the River Luna below, winding its way around this mountain up, hopefully to the Amber Temple. What's the marching order?
Harley will always lead up the bat.
So Harleen going up.
I'd like to be somewhere in the middle and be going very carefully because of my hurt hand and disadvantage on that stuff.
Okie
I'll
dokie.
go behind Winnie with Bonesy behind me.
Okay.
And I will suggest to everyone, how about we book it and try and get something before this thing turns back?
I like that idea a lot. I'll be able to tell when I lose concentration in the hours.
Yes.
Cool.
And you would also be able to tell when it returns from banishment. Malachi, Zephyr, Ethidwe, where do you want to be in this?
I'll be right behind them. I'll be second.
Second?
I'll go third.
Yep.
I go fourth.
Okay. Ethidwe, Zephyr, where do you fancy going?
Harley's last.
Pardon?
Right in
Harley
front.
will be last.
Right at the front, up with Harleen. Yep.
Oh,
And-
I think Heinz at the back.
No, Harleen's at the front.
No,
You want to go at the back?
I'm bringing up the rear.
Sorry.
I'll be in front of Harley. Yeah.
Okay.
Harley
Apologies.
will always bring
The other
up
way around,
rear.
sorry. I misheard. There we go. So you're working your way along this path. Roll a strength save.
Do we still have the thing or not?
No, that's long gone. Disadvantage for the weapon?
Yes.
Are we
This
not
is
okay?
this is large. No, you're out of the cave.
We're out of the cave.
So you've come down from the top of the mountain through the cave. You're now back onto the narrow path. The strength save is to stay on the path, as opposed to getting swept off the edge of this cliff by these winds that are whipping around.
Yeah, my
So
luck's
this is
running out.
icy
Do I need to roll
and
for Bonesy
windy.
as well?
Yes, you need to roll for bonesy.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Is it saving throws?
He has
Strength
extra
save to stay on the path.
23.
Can I retcon
You're fine.
something slightly, Emma?
Yes.
Can I swap my shoes?
You got snow shoes.
I have boots with spikes for climbing.
Fucking really?
Yes.
Will that give me?
You can do that in the tunnel on the way down. You can change your shoes.
And
Yes.
So will that give me any sort of advantages?
It will negate your disadvantage, so you can roll without disadvantage
That's a
with
really
your
good
specialist
idea.
climbing shoes that you
I feel
stole. I
I
think.
kind of thought they were like football boots or something.
Yeah, I think you
Spikes
stole
on
them
it.
from
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
Goodbye, Bonesy.
How's everybody doing?
I'm going
I'm
for
good.
Wow.
What'd you get?
6.
Oh, you
10.
Oh God!
11
I'm not strong.
for both of us.
That's a 14 for me.
Can I try and grab onto Ethel for you?
Yep. So with a 14, this wasn't a difficult
No,
save.
I rolled a 23.
So- Okay, who's below a 12? Okay, so
12 seconds.
Party.
all right, who's
12?
12?
Usual suspects.
No. Oh, 12
Um,
passes. Yeah,
12 passes.
12 passes. So Ethidwe being very small and having
hang on, I
spiky
got a
boots.
12.
You're right.
Bonesy got an 11.
Bones, you got an 11. Okay.
Sacrifice the
So Ethidwe and Antoinette being very tiny, Ethidwe having spiky boots, and Harleen being really strong and steadfast. And you know what the wind's like down here before you went up in the path in the first place. Come out of this cavern prepared for the wind that's going to be whipping around down here. Unfortunately, the wind whips Malachi, Zephyr, and Quinny right to the very edge. So again, you're holding onto these rocks. You'd need to roll twice to actually fall off this cliff, but you are right on the edge and you are teetering on the edge. So roll. Let's roll on the table. Where's my table? Roll the table. Roll the table. See what you get to drop. 4 conditions.
Bear design. Nothing gets. Nothing has
Like
strength.
crayfish.
Nothing has strength proficiency.
Zephyr, you just take 4.
No, I passed like a 20 minutes.
Oh no, you pardon?
I got 12.
So you're all right. Yep. So Malachi, you take 4
It's a nat
damage.
1 for Bonesy.
Pardon?
Nat 1 for Bonesy.
Oh God,
Oh,
I think
that's
Boney. I think Bonesy's going off the cliff, Antoinette.
Literally, no creature has strength proficiency.
So Bonesy takes 15 damage. Have
So
any-
they got 13 hit points.
So Bonesy survives it, but as he skids across in the wind, he just gets scattered into bones, some of which fall off the cliff. Most of Bonesy's, pardon? Yeah, most of Bonesy is still on the cliff, but bits of Bonesy, like really important bits, like his legs, have gone off the edge.
Oh, poor Barnsey. Right, let's keep going.
You know what? I'm just gonna.
What are you doing?
I just realised I've got a climber's kit, so I'm gonna anchor myself because I'm not gonna do this shit.
Okay.
So it's every 25 feet.
Can
Quinny
I
takes
grab-
3 damage.
Can I grab Bonesy's skull?
Yeah. Add it to your skull collection. Yep, no worries. Okay. So you are.
What is it with this group and skulls?
You pull yourself. You pull yourself as you're doing this. Busty starts chatting. He goes, I remember that the Amber Temple was up a path, and in the mountains lives Sangzor, the mythical beast.
Happen to be a really,
I
really big
know
bird?
what that is.
What?
I've used that as a wild shape before.
You probably have.
Yeah. I'm not saying nothing.
Harley.
Kind of like a dying. So you can know what it is.
Goat thing, isn't it?
It's a big goat.
It's a giant goat.
It's a dire goat.
Do you share that with the group?
Not as I'm hanging for my death, no. I'm
Um,
currently hanging
You
off
can
the
you
cliff,
can
yeah.
pull yourself.
Oh,
You
okay.
can pull yourself
Sounds
back
odd.
up.
I know those. We used to get them in the Feywild.
Meanwhile, Antoinette's on the ground with Bonesy's head just like.
You can still hear.
Goats not
I put-
You
I
can
put
still
my
hear
hand
this
on your-
sobbing of this baby.
Oh, right, that's the thing.
This baby, hungry, starving, poisoned, webbed baby rock, sobbing high above. Yes, there's Sangzor in these mountains. They cause a great deal of trouble going up these narrow paths.
Oh, we're gonna get knocked off by a stampede of giant goats. I think.
Yes, we are.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, but
Were there wards, those rocks?
You know,
that looked
imagine
like
if
they
the
were
rock was
harmful?
not the only thing they
Or
were.
was it just that one?
no, it was just that one.
kit?
No, I mean I've got
Why
goats
do
feet,
I
but they
have
do
a
no.
kit?
They
I
do
don't
no.
know the climber's kit.
I can
Yeah,
jump
that's-
well. That's all.
that's nice.
I've got skis.
If you got it, yeah.
So-
I can climb a skip too.
Yeah, okay.
I nearly took Mel.
We'll start scaling the mountain.
Well,
Thanks for
like,
making
it
me
allows
check.
us to anchor ourselves, so that means we can't fall more than 25 feet.
I don't know, good idea.
I could fabricate some climbing kits.
I can give us in half. No, I can't. I can't do concentration spells.
Yeah, we can just like climb down the side when the stampede comes.
Oh, let me get rid of Bonesy out there.
And then laugh at it when it has too knocked up.
Sorry. You are walking along. You can roll a perception check with disadvantage.
What was this?
Anybody who wants to, yeah.
Sorry, what are we doing?
I don't think I've
15.
rolled above a 5.
No, that was an 8.
I mean, lots of disadvantage.
What you-
13.
It disadvantage.
Yeah.
21.
Whoa!
No,
Disadvantage.
22.
Well done.
I get plus 13%.
Nice.
Whoa!
Those are Pathfinder numbers.
With you think you see movement at the sort of up on the high sort of ledges above, so not as far up as the rock, but on the ledges at sort of this sheer almost sheer mountain cliff.
What does Gandalf say in like or the group say when they're going around the misty mountains before they decide to go into them? But anyway, imagine something Gandalf would say and be like,
Imagine
"I fear
what would
we're in
Gandalf
trouble,"
say?
or something.
I feel we're in trouble.
That's not a Gandalf quote. but-
Everyone's favourite Gandalf.
I'm going to say this again. Enormous fucking goats. Really big. Giant.
Prepare yourselves! And I'll put my staff out. You shall not pass!
Okay, are you just trying to get up here as fast as you can, or are you trying to stealth,
I'm gonna keep
or
going.
are you just keeping
Harley
going?
wants to get up the mountains.
And then
Can I tie myself to Malachi since he's got the climbing kit?
If Malachi will allow you to.
Can I just like hook myself onto your belt?
Yeah, I will prepare.
Okay,
my
so you two are
roll
connected
out,
together.
Get my tip shoes on, all that sort of stuff.
Quinny will say that they definitely think we should try to get off this narrow ridge.
Okay.
I might anchor myself to the side.
Emma, is that a larger ridge just above us?
There's multiple ridges coming all the way up here. It's sort of you'd need climbing equipment to scale it. It would take you back up to eventually where the rock was, right at the top.
10 feet or?
Oh, these are big sort of 50-foot
Okay, cool. Ignore me.
sort of plateaus. You hear.
Oh no, God, it's so good.
You hear this odd noise, and you hear rocks scattering as this creature comes down the mountain, and doesn't appear to be in any way bothered at all by the fact that this is would be considered a sheer cliff to you, and it runs straight into this gap. So it'll be Malachi and Antoinette who are handily tied together. 2d6. 2d6. So
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking
So it's coming down, horns down, running down this. So that is a 28 to hit.
Both of us?
Yep.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Put your cousin
Bad idea.
So that's 10 and... So that's 15 bludgeoning damage and a strength save.
Oh, yeah. Still at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that!
Nice.
Oh, I didn't roll too bad.
I got a 19 and a 20.
I got 15 in my turn, so yeah, you're better.
So
22.
you get pushed to the edge, but you do not go off the edge of this cliff as this giant large goat with these huge sort of horns that come right the way down and out stands in the path and looks like it's going to bolt back up the way it came, back up the mountain. It can roll for initiative.
Woo!
Everyone.
Yep. You're all in.
Initiative.
Hey.
Initiative. Hold on a minute.
Is this still within an hour of the rock encounter?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Oh god.
So,
Probably been a minute.
Etherdway,
Not quite, maybe. 27. We're getting pretty close though.
Harleen,
9.
Zephyr,
16.
16. Quinny.
Natural 20 for a 22.
So you get an extra round.
Gorgeous.
Antoinette.
16.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Quinny just rolls her eyes.
16. And Malachi.
3.
That's
Malachi
insane.
may end up off this cliff.
And I'm tied to you.
It is relatively low light, if that's relevant, Malachi. It's getting dim. Etherdwee, you're up. Etherdwee, then Quinny, then Zephyr. Oh no, Quinny's up, because Quinny got a crit. And then, so Quinny gets a round ahead of combat. And then it's Etherdwee at the start of combat. Pardon? What?
It's right there.
It's,
Oh, we can see it.
oh yeah, it's here. And these guys are here.
Does it sound
So it's
like there are
probably
any
more
others coming? Or does it sound
there.
like it's just the one?
You can't hear anything else coming at the moment.
Quinny is going to say, I am so sorry, but I really don't want this rock to get out, and then I'm gonna use my wild shape to go giant eagle, and then for both my turns I'm just dashing up out of the way. I'm not getting hit by any damage, thank you very much.
Giant eagle, escape.
I'm fucking right off.
Okay,
Is there any like
fine.
Yeah, fighting one die.
Sorry?
Is there any rocks or anything kind of hide under or hide behind?
So, we are now on ROCK.
Yeah, rocks in like the hard things.
Just out of here.
Hold on, let me just polymorph. Let me wild shape Quinny out the way. So right there we go. One giant eagle out the way.
And just gone.
Right,
One
gone.
kind of following through random combat just to fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
You may or may not come into contact with a small, pissed off owl.
Love.
Don't hit the small, pissed off owl by accident.
Yes, absolutely.
What is the intelligence of your giant eagle?
It keeps my intelligence.
Yeah, that's fine. You'll recognise the pissed off owl. Okay, Etherdwe, you're up.
Yeah, so is there somewhere I can kind of just hide while the goat's going past?
So the goats come down. So the goat has currently got Antoinette and Malachi towards the edge of this cliff. So you're up here. You can duck down behind that bush and take a hide action if you want to. Or hide bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Pissed off out reminds me of this pissed off bat. That was yours.
17.
Okay. You're pretty pretty confident that you ducked down while it was otherwise occupied. Do you want to do anything else? Do you want to hold an action?
I'll just have my daggers ready.
Okay. All right. So you are currently hidden. Quinny is escaping. I'm assuming that Quinny will continue to escape or circle out of the way. Zephyr.
I am going to hold an action
Yep.
to jump off the side of the cliff.
How big is this?
As I
How big is the cliff?
How big is the
5.
goat?
The goat, large.
You love this extreme.
Like as big as an elephant?
Yeah, probably an elephant-sized goat would be a reasonable
An
description.
Indian elephant or an African?
African elephant.
Okay, that's a big one.
and what?
With horns. A dire elephant, that would be good. Might make a dire elephant.
God.
I might make a dire
Put an
elephant.
idea into your
An
head.
undead dire elephant, that would be cool. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah,
Zephyr.
I'm holding my action that if I see like a stampede coming, or like more than just this dude,
Yep.
I'm going to neatly jump off the cliff with my rope.
Okay.
And
You,
climbing
I
into
just
the
hang there.
climbing into the side of the cliff.
you just go to jump off with a rope and hang there,
Yeah.
out of the way.
Out of
Nice.
the way. Yeah.
Liking it.
And
So
I'm
you're-
gonna keep going up the path in the meantime, but I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
all
Okay.
I'm doing is just like listening, watching, seeing if there's anything coming.
So you're moving up the path
Yeah.
I've got it.
with a
yeah.
view to bailing with a rope if you need to.
Yeah.
Valid. Okay. Antoinette.
I would like to quicken spell cast
Yes.
Dominate Beast.
Nice.
Cool. And because I've used meta magic, I'm going to use my Shadowfell shard, which will give it disadvantage
Yep.
on the save. So I'd like it to roll a wisdom save, please. Disadvantage.
Yep. And that is a nat 1.
Woo! And I'm going to say to it, "Hi there! I like goats as well. Do you want to be friends?" And then I'll come up close to it and I'll say, "You should go and kill the rock up on the hill." It now has to follow my course of commands for the next minute.
Okay. You all see this goat turn around and dash back up this mountain. And it is just disappearing off up the top of this mountain.
Is that not the direction we're going?
I am completely okay with this.
Is up the direction we're going?
Well,
or-
you're kind of going round a bit, so you've gone through the mountain to the top where the rock's got a nest. So you're kind of winding round the bottom of this big pinnacle on this path. So at the moment
I
it's
just told it to carry us up.
No, but oh,
But then it would turn on us at the end, so...
so
At least this way it'll probably get killed.
it's its turn. It dashes again. We'll take you out of combat for a bit. It appears to have disappeared up this mountain.
They're both going to come back with a vengeance at the same time.
Yeah, it's like both of these were probably balanced fights, and now they're just like
Never gonna sandwich us.
because we decided we didn't want to fight them.
This'll be fine.
So we've taken some interesting choices.
Death, but it's not here.
What's that?
Antoinette has made friends with it
Kind of.
and told it
Have you called dominating a
To-
monster?
go to the top of the mountain and kill the rock.
The baby rock?
The rock on the top of the mountain
Which is the main.
was the instruction
Look.
currently given.
I can tell it to follow a course of action for a minute.
Mm.
I didn't want it to immediately turn on us,
Mm.
so I've sent it away.
Mm-hmm.
So we now got two monsters that we've just sent away.
Yes.
We've
Yeah, we were
kicked
just
two
talking about
cats
that.
down to- It's going to be like King Kong versus Godzilla on top of the mountain or something.
Let them fight.
Fight to the death.
Sit on the top and pop.
But then they just turn around and just go, "No, you're the bad."
This is like all those to-do list items that you keep being like, I'll get to that tomorrow, I'll
Yeah.
get to that tomorrow, and then you're like,
Oh no, it's tomorrow.
5 months later.
There's
And
this.
using my action, I'm going to dash.
Oh, okay, you carry on doing that. There's this awful pained noise. Yeah. There's this awful pained noise followed by this squelching thud as
oh no.
Not
as the nest
She is
Of
a
this
Lucy
rock.
creation. What do you
as this
expect?
nest flies as Quinny circling as an eagle
I think
sees this giant
Houston, what the fuck am I looking at?
this
It's a nest.
this dire goat nudging this nest with this trapped baby rock stuck in its own nest, bleeding off the edge of the mountain. There's this awful shrieking shudder
Antoinette,
as-
I think you're as deranged as your nature.
as the baby rock in its nest
He's murdered.
falls however many hundreds of feet that
I'll learn to
was.
fly eventually.
Um,
Oh my god. It's not even like an hour. It's like not even an hour
It's
old.
also taped down to its nest.
Yeah.
and it's taped into its nest.
You know how I said it'd be really interesting if you got a
There you
murder
go.
hobo? Internet was not the murder hobo I was thinking of.
So
She's the murder
there you go. So
I was trying not to kill the goat.
so there you go. So
This is the murder
Well,
hobo we
the-
need right now.
so the baby rock the baby rock is now and you
A stain on the side.
is now a stain on the path, and you can hear this
Oh
as this owl circles around this tiny little owl.
We need to
Such
get
a
to the
man.
temple. We're gonna
Okay.
keep creating more and more enemies. We need to get to the temple.
They call him made out
Okay,
I'm
the
sorry,
goat
I did
is
not
the
expect-
goat is sitting up there, just kind of looking at you.
Yeah.
It's not charging back down at the moment. It's just sort of looking at you,
Oof.
Antonin.
Alrighty,
I think we should go.
Let's get the
Let's
hell
go.
down. Do we know where to go? Which way the end of the temple is?
It's along this path. So you are you staying as an eagle for now?
Absolutely.
Okay, fair enough. You make your way carefully along this path with Quinny kind of flying ahead. You have to roll a perception check as a giant eagle.
Lovely. They get advantage, so
Yeah.
it'll just be straight.
Yes.
That is 4 points better. Perception, 17.
You can see.
Yes, it is. It's a 12. And I had
Never
5.
mind. Sorry.
You can see with 17. You can see about, I guess, a kilometre or so round this path. You get to what appears to be a gatehouse, and you can see a gatehouse, and then a path beyond that into what appears to be a temple cut into the side of the mountain.
Just real quick.
Yes.
Does the temple cut into the side of the mountain look like it would be well fortified against a large area? Hypothetically.
The temple looks like it would be once you're inside it.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. You see, at the moment, there's a big. You could almost certainly fly over it, but there's a big iron portcullis down across the path,
Excellent. That should keep the rock out.
and some big guard towers.
That's tomorrow's problem.
That's a later problem.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm happy.
so it's about
I'll let
couple
it,
of
like,
clicks
give
further
that
up this
a
road.
reassuring sounding cry for everyone to hear.
okay.
God.
Was that you making a reassuring kind of cry?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
So
I think
reassuring.
that was reassuring.
Do we need to roll animal handling to decipher if it was a...
I don't know. You need to roll animal handling for yourselves.
Emma?
Yeah.
Is this splatter up here the baby bird?
No, the baby bird
No,
Oh,
this
that-
splatter here is the baby bird.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's where they bounced. So they bounced there. I brought them down in a couple of layers, so they bounced.
One of nature's miracles.
I tried to keep it alive by breaking its mom and just
Is rock blood like useful at all?
We're not that lucky.
I don't know. I don't know whether Zephyr knows whether you roll
I guess
history
you couldn't really
or.
pick up its mum any worse at this point, so you might as well harvest it all.
Yeah. Rock harvesting, like, it's
Meanwhile,
it's
the
pink,
hours
it's like,
sitting on
useful.
the...
Yeah, the owls
Is-
watching.
Is rock harvesting just mining?
Jesus Christ.
What am I doing, like survival or something? For like rock harvesting? 16 for rock harvesting.
Rock harvesting. So with a 16 for rock harvesting, you manage to get a row of tiny. They're like razor sharp. So this beak is lined by like razor sharp egg teeth. That are like little hooks. You get a little row of those. You get a couple of vials of rock blood that are still in the body, not splattered all over the path.
I said Malachi starting to catch these cards.
What?
And you is skipping ahead.
It might be like the blood like of a phoenix or something. Then like you infuse and it just like fixes the amber hole in the thing. Like you never know.
The amber hole in the thing.
You know, it's like the
Yeah,
amber
sure.
hole
There
in
is
the
like
thing.
one
It's
thing
like
about it.
Yeah, okay.
It's just like glue. It's just like glue.
Roll perception,
Glue.
not sight based. Roll perception, so at disadvantage.
It's
Is that
just
all?
you.
I think
Any disadvantage perception.
Disadvantage.
In fact, no. This would be a natural perception. It's not sight based. This would just be normal perception. 24,
24.
24.
It's not disadvantage,
yeah, it's
You-
disadvantage. Oh,
she just
So
said
no. It's natural perception
oh, okay.
because it's not sight based.
Okay, cool. My apologies then.
then still 24.
15.
Okay. 24, 26. You hear this rumbling noise, and
Everything comes in threes.
you, as you look around, you can hear this sort of rumbling and sliding, and you think that goat running up and down this mountain may have
Caused an avalanche.
may or may not
Oh no!
have set off an avalanche that's coming down this mountain pretty fucking quick.
We need to get inside this temple, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Have
right.
I rested?
I don't think we can run an avalanche.
So you think that this is coming down here? So you could potentially get ahead of it, and it takes out the path. You could potentially get swept off the path, or buried underneath the avalanche.
How far away do you think the enmity was from here? Like the gate?
Couple of kilometers.
Ah, so that's good.
Alrighty.
Is the wind still too bad for me to carry anyone as a giant eagle?
Mm.
Can I see if there's any like dig outs or anything like almost like a ledge or something? So like if we were to hug up against this like a mini cave or anything?
Then we're just gonna get sealed inside of it.
I can solve that.
Five more!
You can
Thunderwave.
roll perception or survival.
Badges return.
That's 23.
Yeah, you can see that around the corner, just on from where the baby rock is on the path, the bottom part of this cliff sort of overhangs the path. You think you could crouch beneath it if you
Alright.
wanted to.
Everyone, this way. And I'm going to sprint.
I want to stay and just going to circle around above them so I know where they are.
Okay,
I'll follow.
you're all following. So past the dead rock, baby.
Sorry.
What a chaotic night.
Antoinette's had a bad night. She's lost Bonesy. She's murdered a rock baby.
Yeah, that's
This is what happens
You
when you
actually
lose bones.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, okay, well, I'm taking it out on this bloody rock.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I am
I bet the
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
was
it's all
so
cool.
happy with himself too.
So you're all
You just like that maybe against the notes.
I just didn't want it.
you're all hiding and crouched down as this absolute torrential avalanche just comes thundering down over the top of you. You can see nothing. All you can hear is thundering snow. Quinny, as you're flying around, you just watch all the snow off this mountain basically encase this whole area. So what was once path is now deep snow. You can't see very clear. You can see where the edge is because there's now like a wall of snow dropping down to the edge of this cliff. But your friends are currently not visible.
And like a what do you call it? Lightout? I was going to say, like, is there like an igloo that you didn't make? You just like a forced igloo?
Yeah. So you are currently unharmed. You cannot hear anything outside. You can just about hear each other. It's all very muted. You cannot see anything, including each other. So you are mechanically blind. Everything's muted noise-wise, and you are restrained and very, very cold.
I would like to land roughly where I think they are. And then I'll drop my wild shape. And I'll...
Well, you're
Oh,
there.
that's so cool.
There you go.
Awesome. And
So-
then I will cast 5th level Conjure Animals. 16 badgers!
Not the badgers.
Just as I'm going to say, Marco!
16
As
badgers,
Quinny,
you bastard.
giant eagle lands, and all
God.
of the wings and arms just turn into a swarm of badgers on the ground. As Quinny is standing there. Directing
How have
them.
I not got
Oh, yeah,
badgers
yeah,
in my
no.
main compendium? I'm going to have to search badgers. Jesus Christ. What are you like?
Alright, good amount of job, boys.
Union breaks over.
This time you don't hit the blood tree.
This time I got a blood trade, but this time I've got twice as many badgers.
It's so hard having a cigarette.
Do you get like a band or something?
You get, it's crazy. So you get, the number you can summon depends on the
All right.
rating of these.
How many badges are you summoning?
16.
16.
You get
1,
double, so
2,
you get 8 if it's
3,
0 or 1.
4,
But you get double if
5,
it's not.
6,
Or
7,
triple.
8,
So I could, if I wanted to,
9,
for some godforsaken
10,
reason, summon
11, 12,
24, 24, 24.
13,
Are they like a 0.5 scale?
14,
There's 0 badges.
Zero. Okay, so there's the most of the
15.
They have no attack, but what they do have is keen smell, and have advantage on wisdom checks to find things that smell.
Okay.
Instinct.
The badges are.
And I will tell them to look for the smell.
Here you go. You see all these dots here? You see all these dots? Alright, all these dots on this giant map. Here we go. If we zoom in,
Eventually they're badges.
there are badges on this map. There are 16 dot badges.
I want a 4 meter by 4 meter grid of badgers searching in the area over where I was circling,
Okay.
and then they'll start spreading out and scouting.
Alright, so we're doing a badger
Just like
search.
just like a little
Yeah.
probe.
Yeah.
You try and dig down
Got
and
it.
see if you find them.
I think this is probably like the best algorithm for search. We're onto something here.
The badge armor.
It's not binary search, it's not like tree searching. It's
All right.
just badger search.
After about 2 or 3 minutes, this collection of badgers up here start to dig for they seem to have found something
Wonderful.
in the
All of
snow.
them, get over there.
Okay, all the badgers
Swarm up.
dig and they dig and they dig and they pull up a baby rock.
God damn it, they're looking for my friends. Scatter again, scatter again. Smell for the living things.
And the baby rock's pretty pokey. You redirect them further that way a bit, and they dig and they dig.
I'll
And
try to be like, okay, that's the third path. Have to be like, hereish, try with it.
so they try. And they're digging and they're digging and they're digging. Roll a perception check for your badgers.
For my badges?
Can I aid in help?
How are you going to help the badgers that you don't know the badgers are there?
Oh, but surely we can hear like scratching around.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet up there. There's like feet of snow underneath you, so over the
I-
top of you.
Prestidigitate.
And the badgers are further down the road, but yeah.
A color small mark or symbol
Right.
above where we are.
How high above you can you make your colour mark or symbol? What's your range?
10 feet.
It's a lot of
You can try it.
Are we starting to get a bit anxious about this thing?
I'll make a little musical motif then.
Oh, okay.
I'll
A
do
musical motif.
a Blinsky theme.
Blinsky's
advice.
theme
The fucking
tune.
root sound.
Okay. So everybody in the avalanche needs to make a con save.
Hell yeah.
Oh no!
Is this to do with?
Badgers get a dirty 20.
Is this to do with breathing at all?
No, this is just being frozen inside an avalanche.
7,000.
You good?
Dirty 20.
You're good. Good.
13.
You're good.
That's right.
Fine. So everybody's okay. So you're figuring out what you're doing. You do, however, take 23 bludgeoning damage from the weight of all the snow that is crushing you.
Did you say 28?
23 bludgeoning.
Right, then I'm actually going to do something to get out.
And you are currently restrained.
Can Antoinette actually take cold damage?
Yeah.
She can out of wood.
Oh, this is bludgeoning damage from the weight of the snow that's just landed on you.
Emma, I've also just realized
Cold damage comes on round 2.
conjure animals is also concentration.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh.
Shit.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
A little bit.
thank you.
Yes.
No.
We've got 16 badgers and a dead baby.
Don't worry, we've got 16 badgers though. We'll be fine.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very pissed off.
The rock swings
wait,
might be
so
able
the
to
rock
blow away
is
the
back?
snow, you know?
The rock is back, yes.
Oh.
Although I'm hoping the rock is currently buried under 10 foot of snow as well. I mean, how high can owls actually fly?
Yeah, but the owl
But rocks are
was
so big.
banished
You would
from
think
the
that-
top of the mountain.
Oh my god.
So the owl will
That
have
is a
returned.
detail I don't want to acknowledge.
The owl will have returned to the top of the mountain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll a like 20 on your luck check.
Can
and
I-
maybe.
Can I try doing a moon?
You can roll perception, Quinny, if you want to.
Ooh, I like it.
Can I try doing a moonbeam in front of me to try to?
Oh god, don't hit us.
Very low.
Okay.
Like,
We were all kind of
7.
sitting.
You kind of shrug
Yeah.
and go back to
Yeah.
focusing on your badges.
I feel like there was a reason I couldn't cast this spell earlier. I don't know. Badgers, keep moving!
The badges,
Step out!
the
Yeah,
badges,
yeah,
the
yeah.
badges keep digging. The badges have found something.
Okay.
This is like the mango spaniels at the airport.
Mm.
They have
Learning
detected
from
some
my mistakes
random-
Last time, I'll get like half of them to
They're on
focus up
something.
and others to keep scouting.
Okay.
I'll use shape water above us to melt the section just above us,
Okay.
so it doesn't
Even.
Okay.
to
Um,
relieve some pressure.
Okay.
my
So
crayon.
you melt the section above you so that you've got a little bit more breathing room. As you melt the section around you, you can see the people next to you. So you can see Harleen on one side, you can see Malachi on the other. As you start to melt some of the snow around you, you're still mechanically restrained. You start to hear the sound of scratching and digging above you. Quinny, you notice 4 of your badgers disappear from sight altogether. Not the ones that are currently digging, but the 4 you sent scouting have just vanished.
What a tasty
That's
meal.
odd.
Is it
Can I look around again? Maybe make another perception check?
Oh,
See
no,
what-
you can see where they went. They've just fallen off the cliff.
Well, they're not really alive, so that one's guilt free. Everybody else, that's the edge of the cliff.
Oh my
Don't
God.
wander off the fucking cliff. Jesus Christ.
animals, aren't they?
I did
Great?
not think I needed to provide you with your self-preservation instincts. Jesus Christ. Oh, alright.
Okay.
Like I'm sick of these.
Can I
16
just
badges.
shout
Get
out
rid of them.
Marco?
Marco Polo.
Yeah.
Marco Polo.
Who the
It's
fuck
like,
is Marco? My name's Quinny, what do you want? Yeah, people yell.
Everybody needs to roll a con save.
Oh god, that's worse.
400 players.
15.
Okay, 40.
Good.
28.
14. 23.
16.
14 is 1 level of exhaustion.
Ooh, I'm immune to
Yeah,
exhaustion.
Yeah,
you're
fine.
fine
You
anyway.
rolled a 28 though.
So a level of exhaustion just from being absolutely frozen. You feel all your elderly bones starting to seize up. The arthritis that has not plagued you for years is starting to really ache in your joints. You have a level of exhaustion. You start to see light coming over above you.
Can I once again shape water on this turn?
Yeah.
Right above where the light is?
Everybody who's in the snow takes 11 cold damage. Even if you pass, con saves are for exhaustion, so you take 11 cold damage. Zephyr's got a level of exhaustion.
Can I see the badges? That
You can now see through the top of the snow. You can start to see the sort of frozen shapes under almost like a layer of glassy ice that Antoinette has created, like a window.
Awesome. I want to go up to them, so once I'm within 60 feet.
Yep.
I want to use the 2 special abilities that Self of Healing has. So
Yes.
Give them +1 to all your saves for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you also get 9 hit points.
Who does?
Everybody.
Temp or...
No, hit points.
Hit point. Hit
Oh, you
points.
can have 13 temporary points, so it's activated 12 essentially.
Cool. So everyone gets 9 healing. And then how much can be?
Can I-
13.
What was that?
Oh, the hammer that I've got does fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then everyone else.
I think after this I'll just try and break out using that to just
Yep,
melt all
okay.
of the snow.
Yep. It's fine.
I'll throw a. Oh no, I don't have actual cardi for that if we're doing one cannon at a time.
Yeah.
So the combination of melting, burning, melting, digging, the badgers give you a sort of a hole, like the top of an igloo, that you can climb out of. So you climb out, and you are now sitting on top of a giant snowdrift. That's where the path used to be.
Do we still know which direction we need to go?
Vaguely.
So Quinny knows which direction because Quinny can still see. So you can still see that this section of the path's completely obliterated, but you can see where the Amber Temple is.
Those things that Eskimos use are like tennis rackets on their feet.
Snowshoes.
Yeah. Get some of that. It's useful.
Yeah, can we not walk through this snow?
You can wade through this
Can
snow,
I put my
but
skis
this
on?
would be this
Okay.
height
Yeah, I'm
on everyone.
I've got powder skis, right? So I can.
I'm activating waterwork, so all of us can pop on.
Incredible.
Nice.
If it's up to here on you, it's I'm
Underneath.
literally buried.
Can I want to get badgers to lead out in front of us in case we walk over. I want to lead sacrificial badgers in front of us in case we go over a cliff or
All right.
a big hole.
Let me just kill off the 4 that went over the cliff.
Yeah.
Let me just kill off 4
Does Warlock
badgers.
have a limit of the number of targets, or is it just anyone?
5 plus. I can take the top. Sorry.
Alright, let me badgers.
No, sorry, up to 10.
Up to 10. Okay, cool.
Do it on the badgers too.
So us and 3 badgers.
Oh, yeah, 3 badgers, yeah.
So we've got 3 water walking badgers and then some digging, tunneling badgers in a like a V formation.
Yeah. Like sled
Like a snow player.
Like a badger snowplow.
On Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer, on Vixen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. So we've got like an arrow formation of snowplow badgers.
Nothing could possibly go wrong now.
Okay,
But he loudly announces.
fine. And
Things go wrong as the
roll,
Absolutely.
yeah.
In the lounge room.
And there's a
And Quinny, doesn't it require concentration for you to summon out?
Ah, shit.
Okay. Are you concentrating on this like dominate monster, or is the
Oh, that's gone now.
Yeah, it's
Picking up some tasty morsels.
at least water walkers.
Everybody get down!
Reach out to the rock. Food is
We
the
can't
billy
stop water walking on. We can't hide in the snow.
we can't hide on the snow. We're too tall.
We're too buoyant.
Stop water walking! Stop!
We were trying to dive in and just.
And it's just like ice cold water exhaustion again.
There you go. So I put the baby rock back. Sorry.
Oh yeah, because they dug up its corpse so that it can be a reminder.
Just so the mother can find it.
Increased rage.
Okay.
Yeah, it becomes a barbarian ride.
So you are moving through. You would be difficult terrain, but you're water walking, so you're fine. The badgers moving. Other than the 3 badgers.
90% of the time.
I took it for flavour. It's very effective.
Very useful. 3 badgers are also trying,
I was actually hoping.
watching them trying.
I think it's the 3 right at the center.
Yeah, and you just watch them. They're walking. They can't work out what's going on. They keep expecting to sink into this thing, but they're not. The rest of the badgers are looking pissed off
Yeah.
and are
Fair
currently tunneling through. So it's snow flying out as these badgers are just sort of ploughing on ahead.
I don't think we're running very far in this. There's also a cliff face somewhere amongst here.
Yeah, somewhere. So yeah, this was a 5 to 10 foot wide path
Yeah.
that you're now on. You just can't see where the edges of that path are. So you can't see the cliff on the left hand side, and you can't see the edge of the cliff very easily. Quinny can see the edge of the cliff, at least most of the edge of the cliff, because you're up.
I'm no longer a giant eagle.
Oh, you're no longer a giant
Can't
eagle.
be a
Let
giant
me
eagle to cast the spell.
un-giant eagle you. Sorry.
I'm stuck on the ground with the near walls.
Let me
I'm
make.
also out of plan shape and most of my high level spell slots.
Oh,
Excellent.
Oh no.
All right.
You better hope these people at the Amber Timber are nice, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. The source of all evil in this land.
I'd have to take a long rest in the doorway or something.
And then
And
you hear
Oh no.
the screaming, agonizing pain of the mummy.
Woo! What's that war for? You should be depressed.
So, Quinny's not happy. I'm happy.
TPK. TPK. And that's the end of this campaign.
TPK.
We have a hard stop at 10 forever.
You see this.
It's not what I wanted.
You see this giant rock swoop down, and
Grapefruit baby. Sleep us.
no, you see this giant rock swoop down, and pick up a water-walking badger,
Okay, take the badger.
There's only a few of those.
and take it back to the baby rock.
Take it back to a
Oh. What have you done?
It's okay, you'll buy us some time.
I'm beginning to think I've committed various war crimes here.
It's important to respect the balance of life.
You're starting to sound like much they're saying that character. She's got the most kills, but doesn't want to.
And this mummy rock rises into the air and turns
And looks at us.
and looks, and she won't notice. She won't notice. She seems to have noticed that there's something wrong with Baby Rock. I mean, she's not like the.
illusion it.
She's not like.
And
How far away is the rock?
At the moment, about, I don't know, 30 foot in the air.
Lovely. I'd like to.
Do you have like major image or something?
I've got not only major image.
Oh God, you go to get it.
I do have seeming actually.
You're going to seem to be a baby rock. That could.
Alright, gang, what do we think is a better play? Do we make it think its baby is still alive, or do we become its new baby?
No,
Commit to the
it's just a matter of time for that.
definitely
the
birds
taste-
necromancy.
I'm gonna phantasmal force it.
Okay.
So intelligence save.
What is that doing again?
It's one of the
It's an
worst
illusion.
spells in the game, is what it is.
Oh
It's
God.
in second edition.
And you know what?
Mm.
Just for fun, I'm gonna summon my Hand of Ill Omen. So it gets disadvantage.
Nice.
I don't think it needs a disadvantage, but
Oh.
I will roll with disadvantage for it. So it's got a 10 on its first roll.
Lovely. It fails. I'm gonna make it believe that its baby's still real.
It's got a 1
and
on
just-
its second roll, but not a natural one.
Fantastic. I'm gonna make it believe that its baby is still just chirping along, just sitting there going, "Mah, mah, food, food." And it believes that this phantasm is real.
You see the rock turn round
How long does that
at the sounds of this sort of phantasmal illusion, and
Does the
it
illusion make sound?
Oh, it's in its own mind, so I'm not.
it's
actually
hallucinate.
creating
She's making the rock hallucinate that its baby is still alive. You see this rock land, and pick up the badger, and just stuff it inside this baby rock. If you want to try and get out of the way, now would be a reasonable
let's
time to
do it.
try and do it.
Make for the temple.
Let's GTFO to the temple. Let's go.
You start, and we will leave it there because
and that
that's
is
5 to
exactly
10.
what 2024 D&D needs to be.
2025.
Fuck.
How many times have you signed off on something with that?
Nothing.